Hello, Dave. Today is Saturday, May 21st, 2022. I am the He/Him 9000, and I trust you are all functioning well today. Hello, everybody. I am Mr. Brown, and welcome to the show. On today's live stream, we are discussing the 1987 classic and my late mother's favourite movie, Lethal Weapon, starring Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and directed by the late, great Richard Donner. Let's start as we mean to go on then. The guests are waiting in the green room. Let's get the bodies out. I think we should. First up, he is the jester from Leicester. Watch out, War and Peace. It's Swap Sharp. Wee!
Greetings, everybody. Greetings, chat. Hello, Mr. Brown. Good to be here. Good to be here. So,
How you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. Yeah, just fresh from watching the movie. Yeah, very good. First time I've seen it in about so many years.
It's got to be 20 years since I've seen it.
Yeah, just like probably about the third time I've ever seen it. I think I only ever saw the original 2 times. Can you believe that? And there's a lot in it I just do not remember. And it was like almost like seeing it for the first time again. It was crazy. But yeah, really enjoyed it. So looking forward to talking about this. It's awesome.
Yeah, some good moments, isn't there?
Very much so, yeah. And man, the familiar faces all the way through it. Wow.
Yeah, even though they are young. Can you believe it? Is it 35 years, is it?
God, it's got to be something like that.
Fucking hell.
I was about 14 or something when I saw it. Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
So you're good, my friend. Yes.
Yeah. Can't complain. Shall we?
I think we should, mate. Shall we? Yeah. Shall we do it?
Go on then.
Okay. Here he is. It is the reach around droid of choice. Big week for him this week. It is Z3PO.
Oh, hello, Mr. Brown, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm in very happy mood.
Yes. Are we going to be seeing something of you in these next few weeks on screen?
I certainly hope so. I've just got my helmet to finish off for my dread costume, and it's all good to go.
Good man. Good man. So you're well, yes?
Oh, yes. Very happy. It's all panning out.
Good man. You know what my next question is.
Coming
what
up
to get through, yes.
Yes. Bring out the next guest!
Yes. Next, she's the princess of Xanadu, but she's the queen of this channel. It is Miss Rennie A.
Okay, all I need is a pair of glasses and a ruler.
Yes, miss.
I do have the first, I do not have the latter. How are you guys?
Good to see you, miss. How are you?
Good to see you. Matt, I missed chatting with you, so I'm really glad you're here with us today. Z, it's nice to see you again. Yeah, hey, you know me. I'm 100% honest. If I wasn't happy to see you, I wouldn't tell you. But it's great to have you back. So I was really excited when I found out you were coming on today. So, yay.
Yay. He's still not too old for this shit either, is he?
I would think not.
Okay, so you well, Benny, yes?
Yeah, today I'm doing good. So it's a good day.
You know what my next question is, don't you?
Yes. Shall we get the next guest out? I would say you saved the best for last.
Shall we wheel him out, if I can say
it?
Wheel.
Nice to him.
Last but by no means least, he's the wise elder of the channel, the writer, portal director, paid up member of the Selfridges Appreciation Society, which I still haven't looked up yet. He is the great mega geek himself. It's Ian David Diaz. It's Pac-Man.
You suck.
Hello. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today?
About you?
Thanks to you.
I know. I'm like, man, I really need some tips, and I don't have any.
Well, we got a good film to talk about because this. I saw this in the cinema 5 times. I loved it so much.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Dang.
Yeah.
I just rewatched it today. I always like to, have it fresh in my head. So I try to watch it the day before, the day of. And yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how funny this part was or how crazy this part was. So yeah, really enjoyed it.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It really
It's not
started
bad,
off
is it?
the buddy cop buddy thing. It really
Mm.
did.
I think so too. A little known fact and bit of trivia. Mel
trivia.
Gibson is known for being Australian, but he actually was born in America before he moved to Australia. So there's some
To avoid serving in Vietnam, apparently.
He
yeah.
wanted. Oh, that's weird.
That was his mother, because
Yeah.
they didn't know the war was going to end when it did.
Yeah, so they moved to Australia and then he caught on to the accent, but he's actually born in New York. So
New York.
yeah.
So good they named it twice. So shall we do a little bit of trivia, the blurb, as it were, and then we'll get into it, yeah?
Do it.
Okay, so Lethal... Do it! I'll just say hello, chat.
You can
by the
do
way.
it. Sorry.
Right, where is it?
Lethal Weapon, 1987, certificate 18. Can you believe it?
It was. Yep.
I don't think it'd been 18 now, but there you go.
No.
Runtime, 1 hour 49.
It still is an 18.
Is it?
Yes. The first one's an 8. First one's very violent.
Yeah, it's
I've got a
rated R in
DVD here.
America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a DVD here, and it says it's 18. So
Yeah, but if it was released right now today, would it'd be a 15? Surely.
nope, it would be an 18.
Because they say a lot of messed up shit that you can't get away with today.
Messed up shit.
Yeah.
So it'd still be an 18. As I said, it was very hard nosed, this film,
Oh,
for its
okay.
time. So yeah, very
Okay.
good.
So runtime 1 hour 49 minutes. Release date August 28, 1987. That was the UK. Director Richard Donner.
Fantastic, Richard Donner.
Yeah. Writers Shane Black, Jeffrey Boehm, uncredited. He wrote Inner Space, which I didn't know.
He did.
Produced, which is a great film, by the way. Produced by Rich Donner, Jenny Lou Turgent, Joel Silver. There's a big name from the 80s. Music: Eric Clapton, Michael Kamen. Great OST. Starring Mel Gibson, Martin Riggs, Danny Glover, Roger Murtaugh, Gary Busey as Joshua or Mr. Joshua, Mitchell Ryan, the General. He died just recently, apparently.
He did, yeah.
Tom Atkins, Michael Unsacker. The budget was $15 million. The gross worldwide was 120,207,000, which ain't
Not bad.
bad, is it? It's not bad.
No, not at all.
Who would like to see a trailer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fully tested, so we don't get a copyright strike.
I
So
was
here we
going
go.
to say, woo, copyright strike.
Oh, I trawl through YouTube to see what I can get and re-upload and check it. So here we go.
He's a criminal's worst nightmare. A cop who enjoys the danger.
No guns, no jujitsu, just bring him down.
Do you really want to jump? Well, then that's fine with me. Come on.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait a minute. What the?
He was ready to retire. Now, he's gonna wish he had.
Gun! Oh!
Raj, meet your new partner.
New partner.
Too old for this. If these guys can just stand each other,
What you got in there? 4-inch Smith? A lot of old timers carry those.
the bad guys don't stand a chance.
Don't kill anybody, don't tell anybody.
I'm too old for this. Are you as good as you say you are?
Nobody can touch me.
The
suppose we better register you as a lethal weapon. You ever met anybody you didn't kill?
Well, I haven't killed you yet.
That was
There you
very
go.
similar to the Predator trailer. Even had like the same kind of background stuff going
Yeah,
on.
the same music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of similarities in the production, isn't there? Team, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just missing an opening voiceover that goes, "He's a cop on the edge."
Before that, it's like this year, or is that a recent thing? I don't know.
Ian, is that a good trailer?
It's okay. It's okay for its time. It's much better than the Predator one and the what was the one we saw before, Star Wars one, because I think it was more to the point. This trailer, wasn't it, to what it actually was about? It didn't show you. It showed you bits of. They showed you a clip that wasn't even in the film.
Yeah, I saw that
in the trailer. Yeah. So and I've seen the full version. I don't know if you guys have seen the full director's cut of this. There's loads of bits in the film that's not in this version that you probably saw. Yeah. So
I have, but it's been a while, so I can't remember all the extras. But I know I've seen it.
So there's a scene in it where he this shooter has all these kids in the school, and he goes in.
Oh yeah.
You remember that scene? And he goes in and he shoots the guy.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. And a bit where he gets the prostitute and you know, when he's driving, and he says, you know, how much are you? And she tells him, and he says, right, yeah, jump in the car. And she said, what are we going to do? And he goes, we're just going to watch TV. We're just going to watch the Three Stooges. And she goes, really? And then it cuts to them just watching Three Stooges. So there's that bit that's cut out as well. Yeah. So
I might need to check that out. Okay. So Mr. Brown Alliance, smallest possible font, blah, blah, blah. Please like, share, subscribe. There we go. Poster. So
I used to have a card. I used to have a postcard with that on it because I loved the poster so much when I saw the film.
Would you like to start first then with your initial thoughts of the film, Ian?
It's a really one of my favorite directors is Richard Donner. I love Richard Donner's style. I like his most of his films. I love 16 Blocks was one of the last great movie. I mean, it's very underrated, 16 Blocks. But Lethal Weapon started it all with the I'm too old for this shit. I mean, it was trying to be like Dirty Harry, but a modern take of Dirty Harry. And I just think this film is great from start to finish. Once it starts going, it just keeps going. I love the characters. I love the relationship between Murtaugh and Riggs. And the action was fast and thick. And the climax is to die for. The climax is so good, so fast, so visceral. I just love it. I just thought this film was just... And I went to see it 5 times in the cinema. I thought it was that good.
Wow.
I just love the way it was directed. Donner did a really good job on this film. He knew what the audience wanted and he gave it to them. And you can't say that about films today. So there you go.
Romeo Tango November Zulu in the chat. Just want to say on the box office of these classics, back then it cost $2 to see a film. For today's money, you'd have to multiply that by at least 6 times. So this is a $700 million film.
Yep.
Wow. Rennie, thoughts?
Yeah. So today's the first time I've watched it in over a year, and the last time I watched it, I wasn't super attentive to it. So I know there was stuff that I missed. So I really enjoyed it. It's kind of funny because you can hear, like, you know, you can tell there was some bad vocal coaching because you can hear Mel Gibson's Australian accent coming through, but it's kind of funny. But he did make a genuine effort. But yeah, his chemistry with Danny Glover is amazing, and they wouldn't have made 3 more movies if it wasn't. But not only is it a great buddy cop movie, but it's really funny. It's got a lot of heart, and it's got a lot of good action. And I mean, you can't go wrong with Gary Busey, even though he's one crazy looking dude right now. Yeah. He is a great actor, and just just awesome from start to finish. I really enjoyed rewatching it today.
Z?
It's been a very long time since I watched this film. I'm in the same boat as Swappers. It must be at least 20 years. It's one of those things that suffered from franchise seizure in the late 80s, early 90s, where you got two great films like The Terminator, Aliens, and Lethal Weapon, and it all starts going downhill from there. So I haven't visited for quite a while, and watched it earlier today. Couldn't turn my head away. It was great. It was a lot darker and grittier than I remembered it. And yeah, good couple of hours entertainment.
Yeah, same when I did the slides yesterday. I just thought, this is fucking great, is this?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sets the template for all the other buddy cop movies to follow.
Yeah,
And
genuinely good.
And hits all the right beats in all the right places. Although from now and again, it is a bit of a stretch in the plot, but you know.
But it's from the right place, so we will forgive it. Swappers?
It was. I was expecting this to be a lot cheesier after all that time. You know, when you sort of think things really fondly and you go back and watch them and you kind of wince a little bit and cringe, and you know, none of that. It still holds up now. Absolutely still holds up. And Ian probably agree with that as well. It's really kind of, the violence in it is really nicely directed. You know, the director really does get across the impact and the violence, you know, the weight of everything and the velocity of like punches and things. That's what it's really necessary to get across the seriousness of the situation. And a lot of movies have failed to do that, and it really did do it so well back in the 80s. You know, when a lot of the time, you know, you have things like over the top Hollywoodness of gunshots and the sounds of punches, and they're all over amped, aren't they? They're all sort of large in life.
Yes.
You know, you shoot someone with a shotgun and they fly about 3 city blocks away, things like that. And this film doesn't go overboard with that, but it kind of set the standard for all that kind of those visceral sounds, those visceral sound effects, and that the violence, especially obviously the climax that Ian mentioned earlier. And watching it again, I was like, man, you can really sort of see how many films have been influenced by this one movie. It kind of took cop movies to a completely different level and sort of like pushed them over the edge and set them on fire. And yeah, just watching it again felt really fresh, you know. And even after it's influenced so many films, it still felt like I was sort of a breath of fresh air from other stuff that I've watched. And it's got to be a good compliment to it if you can still make a film that long ago,
35 years,
mid 80s, yeah, and still make it compelling to watch now with no cringe, and you know, you're not looking at it going, oh, I can see the wires and all that crap. You might see special effects, you know, still top drawer now. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there's one mistake in it though that nobody can not see.
We'll get to that though. Melvin Deeply, right on cue. Thank you, Melvin. I was going to ask the panel, is this a Christmas movie?
Yes, it is.
If Die Hard is, this is. Yeah.
I have to disagree. Yes, if Die Hard is, this is as well. But these were not filmed with the intention of being a holiday movie. So that's I do not consider this or Die Hard a Christmas movie personally, but that's just me. That is my personal opinion.
You know what? I stand corrected. I think I agree with you, Rennie.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's a Christmas movie at all.
Well, because that's not its intention.
Yes, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
It's set at Christmas time.
Yeah. But Shane Black loves setting his films at Christmas time, doesn't he, Shane Black?
It was released in August.
I think it gives it like some extra depth and like drama and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Especially towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Sorry, Matt and Z, please don't hate me.
No, that's my job. So, okay, on 20 minutes, shall we proceed with the slides? I'm assuming this was updated for the DVD Blu-ray.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
That's not the old logo, is it?
That is the old logo.
It is, but it usually looked a little bit more 80s. Grainy.
No, it is. It is from the 80s. The one in the 70s was the WB, which was black and red, I think.
Well, that must have been this computer equivalent of the 80s one.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It looks like the 80s one, though. There you go. Superman titles.
Yes.
Because it's Richard Donner in it.
I mean,
Richard
yeah.
Donner's the same guy.
director.
Yeah. Same director. Yeah. Oh,
Warner
hello.
Brothers presents.
Rennie went silent for some reason. Bang, she gone.
Boom.
Oh, there she's back.
No, I had to do something loud, so I didn't want Mr. Brown to yell at me. You're wrestling in the background.
You're eating crisps, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
Okay, Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
What an amazing actor he is.
Um,
Joel
I
Silver,
love Danny
the
Glover.
picture.
He's so awesome.
I was going to say, before we proceed, if this was made today, would Danny Glover be the first name as
I don't
opposed
know.
to Mel Gibson?
Yeah, probably. Not
Would we
only is
care,
Mel
though?
Gibson crazy, but it's preaching to the narrative.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, back then we didn't worry about shit like that. It was just like
No.
he's a good actor, he's in the credits, and this is his standing. That was it.
Bish,
That's
bash,
as far as
bosh,
it went.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody wanted Danny Glover to be in this film, though. No one. I think it was the casting agent that persuaded Silver. I think Donna liked him because Donna saw him on stage because he's a stage actor before he became a movie actor,
Oh,
Danny
no.
Glover. So
Didn't
Yeah.
Donna say Mel Gibson is one of the best actors he's ever worked with? He's just a dream.
I don't
I'm
know.
sure he
Really?
Yeah, that's where they kind of. I think he said he's the best actor he's ever worked with, and I think
I'll
that's
tell you
where they
what,
got that
though.
special friendship from.
Yeah, I think Mel Gibson's a great director, though.
Oh yeah,
I think he's a great director.
I
He's so
kind
crazy.
Well, I watched a few There's lots of Mel Gibson stuff on YouTube, and yeah, he can be a bit batshit crazy. We all have bad days, but he is a good director.
He's
and a
back
great
though.
actor. Yeah,
He's back. But people are hiring him in films. I saw him in a film
Yeah.
called Father Stew lately, and that was a recent film. So he's back. He's back acting.
the last film I saw him in a few weeks ago was Boss Level. Anybody seen that?
Yeah, that's on Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
all
so
right.
he's in
I
that,
quite
yeah.
enjoyed that.
Yeah. So there you go. So he's
Yeah,
back.
I think it was the guy out of Winter Soldier.
Yes.
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 Oh, Mel
Okay.
Gibson wanted to do this film so badly, he dropped roles in both The Fly and The Untouchables to get it.
He did.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Untouchables is a good movie.
Yeah,
Lost
it's one of my
Gecko.
faves.
Hello, Lost Gecko. He was good in Boss Level. It was like Groundhog Day for video games. It's quite good.
The thing about Lethal Weapon and Mel Gibson has got a great sense of humor in real life and in this
Yep.
movie.
Yep.
So it's like they played his character into the character, if you know what I mean.
Well, was
So-
he just playing himself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was just
that's what I
himself
mean.
on screen.
That's what I mean.
Easy.
They were basically playing himself, wasn't they? So
So we've got the is it Jingle Bell Rock music?
Yup.
The
Yes,
Christmas,
yep.
yeah, and then a bit of a flyover.
and then we see a bit of titties in this scene.
You're not allowed to say stuff like
Yeah.
that now.
Why not? Boobies, titties. There we go.
Breasts.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, so we're flying towards the top of this. Thank you. Here we go.
See?
It's free.
Sorry.
So, they would never do that today, though. Never.
No, that would be.
well,
I
I'll be
was
objectifying
saying
all
when I was
this.
watching it, I was just saying, I was thinking like, hang on a minute, this is unusual. A woman with her top off. What's going on?
And she's high.
Yeah.
Ellie's gay conversion therapist. Jesus. Was Apocalypto directed or produced by Mel?
I
Both
thought
of
it
It
us.
was
both.
yeah, it was both. Yeah, both
Yeah.
his company.
Yeah.
It was all his money as well, wasn't it?
Icon. Yeah, I don't know if it was all his money, but I know Icon produced it, which he owns. I think he owns that company. So
I know
yeah.
there was one film that he did where was it Hamlet or one film he just basically
Yeah.
paid for it himself and it made a fortune.
I think it was Hamlet. No,
Yeah.
no, it was the Passion of Christ, I think it was.
Yes, that was
Oh
it. He
yeah,
just
that's
totally
it.
paid for it himself
Yeah,
because
yeah, he did.
nobody wanted to know, did they? And he made
Yeah.
a ton of money off that.
Well, it was released in Easter, so you know what I mean.
Anybody
So
seen that? I've not seen
I've
it.
seen it.
It
It's
looks very bloody.
no, you know what? It is absolutely brilliant. It's so well directed. That's why I keep saying he's a really good director, but more so, he's a better director than he is an actor, in my opinion. He definitely has the eye, definitely. And it's a
better
shame
than the
he.
book.
It's a shame he went down that route with the wife, with his was it ex-wife or girlfriend who was screaming down the phone. Remember, it was all on the internet,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So
Oh
it's a
yeah,
shame
I
he
think
went
it
down
was a
that route.
girlfriend, right?
Yeah,
Because he had already been
Girlfriend.
divorced, I think.
Yeah, girlfriend. There's lots of if the chat want to do their homework, lots of Mel Gibson stuff on YouTube.
Mm.
Okay, so I think this is Amanda Huntsacker.
Yeah, the daughter of the guy that saved Murtaugh's life in Vietnam. So yeah.
Ellie's gay conversion. By the way, everyone else is allowed to be gay, just not Ellie.
Hey, what does that mean?
Moving on. Okay, so she's having a good time.
Of course she is.
Got the old powders out. Here we go.
She decides to fly. She thought she was Superman because of the credits in the beginning.
She's like, if Superman can do it, so can I. Damn it.
So can I. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that to be fair, I think the last thing I would want to do is jump off the top of a tall building high. Never really fancied doing that. Any of you?
Well, but if you're high,
Not
you wouldn't know. Yeah.
That has a
literally.
That's a good shot though, isn't it? When she jumps and
It
the
is.
camera keeps going down. And, yeah, it's quite good.
Apparently, it's a critical drinker EFAP in joke.
What?
In jokes.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Not funny to the people who don't understand them.
What's EFAP again?
Every frame a pause.
Oh, what's that?
That's Mauler's live stream.
Yeah,
okay.
his movie and entertainment stream. He
they're
literally
basically-
goes through it frame by frame.
Yeah, they're basically doing. Well, we're basically doing the same, or they're doing the same as us. But
they do it much, much longer.
Well, what they do is they'll play it and then they pause like for a long time and talk about that scene. Then they'll play 2 more seconds and then pause. So instead of slides, it's actually play, pause, but they don't play more than like a couple seconds.
for the algorithm to pick it up and get the copyright.
Exactly. That's their way of keeping from getting a strike.
Yeah, they also play their video footage with a 60% opacity, so the box can't pick it up.
Naughty. Okay, Andy Mouse never had Coke that good.
Wow.
I've had Pepsi that good. Big Daddy's in. Hello, Big Daddy.
What
Have a
up,
nice
BD?
flight.
I've never had Coke either.
Pepsi.
But,
Teresa?
but my breakfast bar in the morning looks like her table did just then. It's just that mine are vitamins, that's all.
Yeah. Miss Martin Muses is in, everybody.
Hello.
Teresa?
Hello, Joseph.
Hello, Teresa.
Right, okay. So she decides she wants to go skydiving.
Superman.
That's a long way down.
I'm super. Thanks for asking. Oh, sorry, wrong show.
Not anymore.
It's funny how she dives, but yet she ends up on her back.
That's a painting.
Weird.
That-
Yeah, it is a
That's what I
painting.
thought was weird.
Yeah, it's a
Over an air
painting.
mattress. I read that, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
because she
painting.
went face down and then she wound up face up.
Yeah, it's a bit weird,
Mhm.
but there you go.
Moving on. So we're picking fault with it already.
No, I mean, it's just one of those things, isn't it? That, how else were they going to do it? So there you go. Well, they could have
good
got it
effect
done.
though. She actually did the jump, didn't she?
I don't know. Did she?
Yeah, it was her who did it, and that's a painting over a large air mattress, isn't it?
Yeah. I was going to say, was this as an 80s film? Is this an 80s film?
87.
That explains the is it tights? No, stockings. No, what do you call those things she's wearing?
Leggings, jeggings.
Yeah, it explains that because that was all the rage in the 80s, wasn't it?
Explains
It
the
was.
hairstyle as well.
Yeah, perms, light perms as well.
Yeah.
Ian, did you have a light perm?
No, I had an afro.
Oh my God, did you really?
No, of course not. My dad wouldn't let me have an afro. He'd said, I'll thank him
It was too
later. And I
expensive.
did. I thanked him later.
You know, I tried one time doing a perm in my hair. My aunt did when I was a teenager, and it just didn't work in my hair. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to put this kind of get like the stuff smelled toxic anyways. So I'm like, I don't need to be putting this in my hair anymore.
Romeo, EFAP is too nitpicky for me. Gets tedious after a while. That's that again. Although they make lots of good observations.
So you've literally copied their show, Brown. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, mate?
Even though I've never seen an episode of EFAP, yes, totally
Oh, I
copied.
see.
Well, they usually
I
go
see.
for like 8 to 12 hours, Ian. Like they go a long time.
The only difference is that I spend probably a full day producing the slides and actually
Listen,
watching.
Ian, it was just a joke. You don't have to defend it. Seriously, it was just a joke, mate. Don't worry. Calm down.
I know.
He's like, it's not, I swear. Sorry, I'll stop
You
teasing you.
can very quickly fall out with people. Moving on. Boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, glass
There you go.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's the no claims bonus gone.
Is this one of the first movies to do this? Jumping out of a building and landing on a car thing. You know, when there's so many people do it, don't they? Movies ever since then.
Yeah.
Did they do it on Yes.
I think the first movie to do that kind of a stunt was a film called Stick with Burt Reynolds. It was the very first time somebody leaped out of a building. He was connected to a wire, and it stops him just short of obviously the floor or the last thing. So yeah, so I think they did it in similar way in this.
But obviously with this one, because it was an airbag and a painting, she could just go for it. So
yeah, but when the camera was falling, I think that was on a wire. So
okay. Right. So that's the end of that scene, and Roger's house looks very autumnal, or I suppose
Christmas
it's,
bells, don't you?
Yeah. I suppose it's winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good wage then.
Well, not really, because in America, right, and Reddy can correct me. Every time I've been to American visited friends, their houses are always huge compared to houses in England. You know what I mean?
Huge, yeah, like 10 times the size.
Yeah.
I don't know how big you guys' houses are there.
Small.
Laundry room.
Yeah.
Like the house that I moved out of almost 2 years ago now, it's like a good 1,700 square feet total.
Wow.
But like the ceiling was the roof was pitched like at 30 degrees instead of 45. So everybody thought I had a 2-story house and it was just 1 story. But, you know, the big thing in America is high ceilings. Yeah. Everybody wants high ceilings, I guess, so you don't feel so claustrophobic. But I don't know what you guys' average living space is.
As a shoebox. That's what it is.
So
you look 10 feet by 8 feet if you look.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
My townhome is like 900 square feet at least, and that's not including the garage.
Good for you.
So
cardboard shoebox.
Luxury.
Yeah.
That's just weird to me. I don't know, but I mean, you know, every country's different, I guess.
Melvin Deeply, did they do something like that in the tower in Inferno? That's the drinking thing.
No, I don't think they did. Tower Inferno, they did a lot of model shots in Tower Inferno.
Yeah. Melvin again. British houses are so small you can't get a sofa through the front door of most of them. Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, yeah, that's England for you.
Melvin Deeply again. Average living space in the UK is the smallest in Europe and probably the most fucking expensive, to be fair. But there you go, true story.
Dang, that sucks. Maybe overpopulation, or is it just?
No, it sucks. That's all.
It just
sucks. Yeah. Thanks for the clarification.
Roger's 50th birthday.
Yeah.
And he was 40 when he shot this.
Was he?
40.
No, but what is strange is that he was ready to retire in this film, and he was
50,
meant to be 50. And then in the second film, he didn't retire. In the third film, he didn't retire. He didn't get any older. And in the fourth film, he didn't either. So
Yeah, because I thought about that when I was watching this. I was like, they made 3 more films, right? Or was
Yeah.
it 2 more? And
5 on the way as well.
yeah,
yeah.
so I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, he's gonna retire in this film, but like they made 3 more films. So I don't know. I just was like thinking
Yeah.
about that for some reason.
And his wife is played by Darling Love, who used to be part of the famous singing band, didn't she? What is it? They're the ones that sang, that famous Christmas album by Phil Spector. A Christmas Gift for You.
No.
She was part of that.
Oh,
So
right.
it's a very famous album. Yeah, so she's a singer in real life. Yeah. So there you go.
Nice.
So Roger's grown the beard to look more
Stupid.
mature. Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, because he's got that silly grin on his face.
But they just say, look, you got to get rid of it. Makes you look old.
He doesn't look old, though. It's crazy,
No.
isn't it? Let's face it.
So here we go. The doggy. What's
Yeah.
the dog called?
I can't remember, but he got killed in the second one.
Stream killer.
He did. He got killed. They killed it in the second one. The baddies killed it. I can't remember what the dog was called. But this is the bit where he was naked.
Yeah, the dog runs from the far distance on the beach. The cat was called Burbank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was weird because that's like a city in California near LA.
Yeah, I can't remember what the dog was called.
Chat, does anybody know what the dog's called other than Lassie, obviously?
Oh, God. And they just said it at the end of the movie.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Crap.
But because we're so fucking old, we can't remember.
We're too old for this shit.
Yeah. So, Gibson, Myrtle. Gibson here is having a Blackpool breakfast. That's a cigarette, by the way.
There's his bum.
Got a nice ass shot there, Brown.
He's his bum.
Tits and ass in one stream, Brown. You're spoiling us.
So this is one of the reasons why it's an 18. This is one of the reasons why. This is one of the reasons why it was a really good hard nosed action film because it didn't.
The dog's looking at his punches.
That too. Who remembers the TVs being like that? Big block things. Yeah, so do I.
Big old box.
Yeah.
It would crush you. They were so heavy.
He's even got a fucking bicycle.
Outside, yeah.
I can't ever see him riding the bike, but there you go.
It reminds me of Jim Rockford used to have one of these on the beach, and that's where he used to live. Jim Rockford.
Hey, cheers, Andy. Sam.
Yay, thank you. I feel stupid for forgetting it. I literally just watched it.
This scene without any dialogue tells you what kind of state Martin Riggs is in, and you find out why as the film progresses. But it's a great way to introduce a character that he doesn't really give a fuck anymore. Drinking beer in the morning, smoking, completely nude, smoking, blah blah blah. So it's quite good introduction. Tell you the truth. Richard Donner's not stupid.
So go back to Roger's house. I just noticed this. Half the fucking wall's missing.
Yeah, it's like they're
constantly
renovating.
having renovations.
Yeah, renovations, yeah.
Because they had the nail gun scene in the second movie, didn't they?
Nailed him. Yeah.
yeah.
She's a crap cook. Apparently, she's really rubbish at cooking.
Oh, Brown, I just wanted to point this out in the chat. So, Mr. Andy Mouse said that Mr. Gecko actually was the first to point out the name Sam, so he just didn't want to, be rude and take the credit. So that's really sweet.
Lost Gecko.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on.
Sorry.
Will
This
be.
way finds out his daughter is too grown up for his liking.
Introducing Tracy. I forget what her name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like my dress, Daddy?
I remember getting fussed at by my dad. Like, you're too young to be wearing that kind of shit. Oh, okay.
There's a really good line in this that Myrtle says to the hooker, doesn't he? He says,
who would it give more pleasure to say the line, Peeps?
I think maybe 3PO would like to say that line. I don't know.
Which one?
The one what he says to the hooker.
Oh, I can't remember. I laughed as well.
Matt, do you know it?
I'm just trying to think of it, and I can't remember it because I laughed at it earlier.
What a
I laughed
bunch
at their
of
reaction
virgins.
more than anything.
Does anybody in the chat know the
Yes,
classic?
I remember it.
Classic.
I remember it.
Let the chat have a go.
I remember
Anybody in the chat know the classic line coming
Go
up?
on, Z. Go on, Z. Tell
Let
us.
Z say it.
All dressed up and no one to blow.
There you go. There you go.
Would you like some top trivia?
Going in.
Do it.
You know the prostitute on the left?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, I don't know her, but
Sure.
yes.
Name a famous... This is open to the chat as well. The prostitute on the left was in a famous TV show. Probably a year... She starred in the actual episode about a year later. And it's one of the best episodes of season 2 of this program. Anybody know?
Oh.
Pink Windmill.
Don't know. Don't know.
Me know nothing.
I think she was in. I think she was probably in a couple of episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Do you remember the good-looking engineering assistant for Geordie, the one who spilt coffee all over?
Robin Leffler.
The one who spilt coffee all over Picard in the Q episode. Moving on.
I don't doubt you.
Sorry, dude. Not much of a Trekkie, so I had no idea.
Well, remember.
Yes, Star Trek: The Next Generation. It was the. I think it was the. I think she was in the Borg episode. You know, the Q Who.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're talking about Star Trek. Here's a bit of trivia for you. The first choice to direct this film was.
Thank you, Ellie.
Leonard Nimoy. Would you believe?
It was.
Wow.
It was the first choice. Yeah.
Oh.
So, and yeah, he thought it was too illogical, so he didn't do it.
Yeah, she was the engineering assistant for Geordie. Apparently, they were going to write her in to have be a key role in The Next Generation, but it just never happened.
She's too busy, wasn't she? You know, she's too tired as well.
Yeah, all dressed up and nobody to
blow. Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Where is this set again? Is it LA, isn't it?
LA, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Los Angeles.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, because I loved Danny Glover in this, and I loved him in Predator 2 as well. And that was set in LA. And I'm just thinking, like, there's a lot of parallels going on here. There's like, you know, the Predator connection, and then we've got Danny Glover in the sequel, and it's set in LA. And I just thought, wow, I need to go back
because
and watch that film again.
It's Joel Silver. It's because Joel Silver is involved, and he's the producer. So he produced Predator, and he produced this film. He tends to use people that he knows that and they can trust. So Danny Glover, and Shane Black as well, yeah. So there you go.
The girl is called Lycia Naff as well. Any Star Trek fans would know that. From
Who's this act on the right? His face looks familiar. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a jobbing actor, wasn't he? You'd seen
Yeah.
everything in the American stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of jobbing actors.
Oh, Sonia Gomez. She was Sonia Gomez on The Next Generation.
Yeah.
I love how the way they dressed the two main characters. If you look at Murtaugh, he's got his cardigan on, his daddy's cardigan, his tie, his jacket,
Yeah.
and then when he got when he got Riggs, he's dressed
Yeah.
like like a teenager, I guess.
Yeah, he just doesn't care, does he, Riggs? He's just like
Yeah.
not a f in the world to give. Just
All of
Yeah.
them wore very good jackets as well.
Yeah, the jacket was cool for the 80s.
Yeah, I like his jackets. Unbeknown at the time, the girl was playing a very key role in this, unbeknown to us at the time.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And that's Amanda Huntsacker, who's dove off the building, as Danny Glover said, dove.
Mm.
And that's her old man.
Yep.
Because they're up to no good, aren't they?
He's famous as well. He's been in a lot of TV shows
Yeah,
and stuff, hasn't he?
recognised him.
Halloween 3.
That's it. The Season of the Witch. That's
great
it. He was the
film.
main star. Yeah, he was the main star. Yeah.
So
And that's what. Oh, that phone is so big. It's that mobile
big as
phone.
the
he
house,
has.
yeah.
Well, that's what I noticed all the way through this was like you can't help now but not watch old movies from when you were younger and sort of notice the lack of
Tech.
mobile communications
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, the lack of tech. Yeah, there's no internet, there's no computers for everybody, there's no tablets, whatever. And I was thinking, like, how did they used to do it when they're out of the car and in the middle of the street somewhere?
Well, they used to phone in, didn't they?
And they used to, they've got like in this, they've got like a massive chunking piece of technology, like this,
battery
with a little handset attached to it via a wire. They do it
Yeah.
a couple of times in this film. It's like, wow, I can't believe
you'll
it.
see the phone later. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was state of the badass art then. You
Yeah.
saw one of
Yeah, it
those and you
was.
thought,
Yeah.
what has he got there?
yeah, right.
Right. So Riggs is doing a deal because obviously he's Vice, isn't he?
But the first time you introduce to Riggs, you know that he doesn't give a shit, and then this scene literally tells you he doesn't give a shit about his life or anything.
He's
So
trying
it's
to push his life to end, isn't he? Basically,
Yeah.
Kind
So
of-
it's basically character building. So that, as I said, for Riggs, so you can get to know him very, very fast, and it's quite well written.
He's taking all the coke. They want 100,000, and he's thinking in $100.
Well, he's
He goes,
obviously
I only live once.
Yeah, he's obviously taking the P, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And they're going, what the fuck?
just for a second in this scene, I thought it was Tom Savini with the beard there.
Oh yeah, he looks a bit like him.
Yeah.
Who's the guy on the right? I've seen him in stuff before.
Yeah, I think he's a stuntman. I don't know. But another bit of trivia, that well, maybe going too far on the film, but the guy that drives the bus at the ending that almost crashes into the car. That's Mel Gibson's stuntman. If you look at him very carefully, he has the same hairstyle as Mel in this film.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
These guys all look like they're straight out of RoboCop, though, don't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I used to have one of those badges when badges were really big. I don't know if you remember that. During the 80s, people used to buy badges. They used to have shops full of badges at one point.
Did you have a pink plastic 6 shooter as well?
Pink plastic 6 shooter.
To go with the police badge. Did you play police?
Do you know what? I think you're trying to make a joke here, but I think it's
moving on
falling flat,
quickly.
mate.
Moving on.
I was going to say, I don't think they made pink pistols back then.
Yeah, I was just about to say that as well. And I think,
they did.
he's making a joke. He's making a joke. Okay.
They did.
They weren't. All the kids' toys looked real back then, man. They didn't have the orange piece shoved in the end of the barrel or anything. Then.
No, they didn't.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
So the guy's going, this ain't real.
You ain't real. And he goes, you want to
And then
see
he-
something?
And then he just goes a blur.
Yeah. No, he slaps his head because he's into the Three Stooges, isn't he? So that's what he's doing. He's doing the Three Stooges. When he because the Three Stooges used to do that a lot, didn't they? They'd slap their head and used to poke people in the eyes.
Yeah,
and
because he
stuff.
pokes them, doesn't he? Yeah.
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 And to go and to actually move forward a bit, in the second one, they did have the Three Stooges because you had Glover, Gibson, and Pesci. And Pesci always used to get hurt, didn't he, in the second one? So they actually played on the Three Stooges in the second one.
Wow.
So there you go.
You know your stuff, don't you? Is that why we get you on this channel? Probably. Ellie says Ensign Gomez. Yes. Drive. Jesus Christ, that was driving me crazy. Yeah. Ensign
That's a
Gomez.
real badge.
Sonia
And this is a real
Gomez.
fucking gun.
Yeah.
He says.
There you go.
Head noses in the dirt, assholes. That's what he says. There you go. But blimey, he's got like ears. He's got like sensors at the back of his head, didn't he? And look at those shoulder pads on his jacket. Freaking hell. That was the 80s, all right, wasn't it?
I was gonna say that's classic 80s, man.
Yeah.
Shoulder pads like crazy.
Yeah.
Was this guy hit by a shotgun blast here?
Yeah,
the guy
from the
in
guy
the truck. Yeah.
in the tree, or hiding in
Yeah.
the tree.
All
Yeah,
right,
so
okay.
Shoots him, yeah, shoots him.
Flies
And then
back.
Mel Gibson does that thing that everybody copied after this film. He
Yeah.
shoots while he's rolling around in the dirt.
Yeah.
Every film copied that after he did that. Every one of them.
So the Vice turn up.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Yeah.
And then it was
Shoot
Shoot
me.
me, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me. And he headbutts him.
Oh, that was so awesome.
Yeah.
Is that Sarah Connor's girlfriend's boyfriend from Terminator?
I don't know.
Rick Rossovich, is it?
I don't
It
know.
looks like him.
I just remember he was ugly.
Was he in Top Gun as well?
Don't know.
It looks
Don't
like
know.
him. Anyway. So they've made the arrest.
And then another bit of character building. Next scene tells us why he's so depressed and doesn't care and stuff.
I always
Damn
remember
you.
this. Probably one of the most memorable things from the entire movie was
Great
this
music as
thing.
well.
And I love
Clapton.
how it goes from the Bugs Bunny shot, and then when he's got the gun in his mouth, it goes back to Bugs Bunny. So you're expecting a bang, you know, but you don't get it, and it comes back to him.
So why is he suicidal, Ian?
Because his wife got killed, and we found out who killed her in the second film. So there you go. Yeah, he lost his wife.
The reason that Mel Gibson looks so terrified in this scene is because there's a blank in that chamber.
Oh,
A real blank, yeah.
A real blank. And although it's obviously not got a bullet in there, the blowback from that can kill you.
Yeah, no. If you put a blank, if you put a gun blank, you can kill you, can't it? Yeah.
Just ask Alex.
Look at what
Baldwin.
happened to Brandon Lee.
Well, Alex Baldwin was safety on set, wasn't he? That's why he was scared. I think Mel Gibson was scared because Alex Baldwin was on set. Yeah, definitely. Look how young he looks there in the picture. Bloody hell!
It was the stiff Africans.
Back when he was well-adjusted, fine, upstanding police officer, with nothing wrong at all. You know, just doing his job and getting by as a normal citizen. And now look at the state of it.
Would that have been early days of Photoshop as well?
Probably.
I don't know. Is that his real wife?
Don't know.
Who knows? I don't know. That looks real. It doesn't look photoshoppy.
So this is a special bullet, isn't it?
Got a special bullet. Blow my back of my brains out. He says at one point.
Hard out tip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hollow tip. There. That's a good shot, man. Do you know how hard it is to get a shot like that? You have to stabilize the gun. You have to get the proper lens and all that crap.
Lighting.
Yeah, lighting. Yeah, it's difficult. That's a good scene, man. It's a good
His
scene.
acting is absolutely on point.
It's
Isn't it?
fucking great, isn't he? It's fucking great. Gibson is a great actor, isn't he?
Yes.
He's a good actor. Yeah.
Don't copy me, Ian. No.
Yeah. He was in a show called The Sullivans, wasn't he?
He was,
the Australian show,
that.
yeah.
Remember that? We used to
Australian
love
soap.
that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So he's deciding what to do with the Beretta.
And because he had the Beretta in this film, that gun became quite sought after, didn't it? As I recall, at that point in time, the Berettas.
That's also the exact same gun that Bruce Willis used in Die Hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was the same
exact
producers.
Exact same prop gun.
Yeah, probably.
It's why it seems like there's like infinite bullets in the gun. It's because it's a 12 shot, isn't it? So it seems like it goes on forever. Yeah.
Good evening, Jacob. Just make sure Alec Baldwin's not on the other end.
Oh,
Stinging. Oof.
got a point. Got a point.
Stinging.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. It's a great, well directed scene by Richard Donner. We knows his beans, Richard Donner. Definitely.
It's a shame he's not going to get able. He's not around to make Lethal Weapon 5.
He was pushing it though. He was in his Was he in his 90s when he died?
Yeah, I think it was about 92.
Okay, I thought he was in his 80s. That's why I was like, oh dang.
No,
Okay.
he was in his 90s. You know what, Richard Donner? He started off directing the Banana Splits, didn't he? So he used to direct the Banana Splits.
Wow.
Yeah, Richard Donner. Yeah.
Wow.
So who's drinking?
Me, and it's a ginger ale, not alcohol. Thank you very much.
You liar!
No, I'm not.
Liar!
You guys know I'm 100% honest with you. It's just ginger ale.
Is it ginger ale? Is it?
Okay,
Yeah, because I get like a sour tummy a lot, so I keep ginger ale in the fridge. I prefer the flavor out of a can versus a bottle. So
He can't do it.
You can't do it.
No,
I
can't
love
do
you,
it.
Victoria Lynn.
Yeah, he can't do it because it's the job that keeps him going. He says that
Yeah.
to Murtaugh, doesn't he? Yeah.
Jacob said it. Jacob says it was the U.S. military gun for a long time.
Because it takes, what is it? Is it how many bullets does it take? Swap shop.
All of them.
Yeah, 12-shot Beretta, mate.
So 12 in the handle,
And one in the chamber.
and one in the chamber.
Yeah. So 12 back, 1 ready to go. Yeah.
Wow.
Christmas choir.
Yeah.
And if you go back to that is a 1, 2, 3 misfire.
Yeah.
Which they do in the other 3 films.
Yes.
But this is the only one that Riggs and Murtaugh don't do the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. But the next picture that you see, that is that woman there is Robert Zemeckis' wife.
She's lovely.
She died 2014, 15.
Did she?
Yeah,
Really?
I looked up all the trivia, and as I said, I've been watching a few Mel Gibson videos to kind of get into the mood. And yeah, she died about 8 years ago.
Wow. Because she was in Forrest Gump, I remember that towards the ending, or towards the ending.
All right, so Robert Zemeckis' wife.
Yeah, and also this guy here he's very chummy with Richard Donner. He was in Superman the movie. He was in 16 Blocks. He's been in a lot of films, a lot of Richard Donner movies. The Captain Murphy.
He did seem familiar, that guy. Yeah.
He was the one with was chasing Otis in Superman the movie, and his partner gets run over by the train.
Yeah.
So he was very young in Superman the movie, and he's got a good part in this in Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
So the psychiatrist is saying Riggs is on the edge.
Yeah.
And the captain is just
dismissing it.
Yeah,
he's dismissing it because the captain thinks that he's only after the money, the pension thing, and but obviously he's not. Yeah. Says, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
Excuse me, huh? He says to him.
Would that be very problematic these days?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking that when I saw this,
That's why I put it in.
Yeah. There must be so many. If the SJWs do indeed ever watch this film, they're probably screeching through.
Going off the fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But also, they would never allow a man to tell off a woman because Murphy was literally telling her off and saying she's stupid, and he just he dismisses her when he goes into the toilet, doesn't he? So
Well, this guy on the right, he's a very modern man, a very modern 80s man, isn't he? Because he was crying, wasn't he?
He says,
I was crying in bed last night. Yeah.
Do we know the reason why he was crying?
Because I wasn't with a woman.
What's interesting is that Murtaugh's got his own office here.
Yeah.
And in the second one, he didn't. I wonder what happened. So
That's true.
Yeah.
He got demoted or what?
I don't know. Maybe he had one, but he never used it. I don't know.
No, because he sits outside, where everybody is, doesn't he? With Riggs in the second one, and in this one he has his own office.
Like to know that.
Weird. Yeah.
Is this the report for the Huntsacker? Because
Yeah, drugs.
I don't think he. Yeah, did he know at this point?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, and then he saw the name Huntsacker.
No, he saw Heinsacker before, didn't he? And
Because
he
his
realised
wife had said Huntsacker had called him right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Jacob, obviously a gun expert. Beretta 92 as a 17-round magazine.
Mm. Also, there were jokes about him shaving off his beard, weren't there?
Yeah.
In this scene as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they were saying it makes you look older now. Who's this guy? Anybody recognise him?
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Yeah, he was in the second one, and I don't know. Oh yes, he was in Die Hard. He played Johnson.
Robert Davies' assistant. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnson and Johnson. I think it was,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
No
relation. Yeah,
maybe we should at some point we should do Die Hard.
See, that's the thing. You see, this is a Joel Silver production. So was Die Hard. So
yeah,
he's using the same actors, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would imagine this guy's next job would have been Die Hard.
Yeah.
So Riggs has been brought into the department.
Mm.
Here we go.
You look younger with the beard.
This is for the British people. Looks a bit like John Conte.
Mm.
Very good, Melvin. Very good. I love all the tank tops and stuff. Brilliant.
Mm. Gun! Yeah.
Meet your new partner.
Obviously, a bit of guitar, as it does.
And then he says that famous line, "I'm too old for this shit."
There's a lot of little sort of incidental music bits like that in this film, isn't there? Mostly with saxophones as well, I noticed.
Are you on the
he's
toilet?
Saxophone, isn't he?
No, I mean,
he's saxophone and Riggs is the guitar, isn't it?
Is it?
Okay.
So every time Riggs is on, it's down, 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 and Murtaugh is the saxophone. That's Murtaugh's theme. So
Eric Clapton, Michael Kamen.
That's right.
I even bought the soundtrack on vinyl. I like this that much. So
and so we have the title spoken here. I guess we'll have to register you as a lethal weapon, he says at one point.
I know. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
That is a good shot. This sequence is a really good sequence.
Lots of smoke. Lots of smoke and a big fuck off light outside. Yeah. That's how it's done. He says, "Guess what? I don't like you either." He says at one point, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good scene. That is, because that actually, that scene actually tells you that they don't really trust each other at this point.
Not yet. So now we go to the nightclub where the baddies, the mercenaries.
He said, "God hates me. That's what it is." And he goes, "Hate him back. It works for me." That was it. That was the line. Yeah.
So Mr.
Gary
Joshua,
Busey.
Yeah.
Oh, and so a little trivia here, right? So you got Gary Busey, and the guy that they're bullying, he was the main villain in Red Heat with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, okay.
Would you believe? Yeah.
Oh, I had a friend that was telling me that, and I was looking for that scene. And I'm like, this guy doesn't look familiar. So thank you.
Because they're scoring some heroin, aren't they? Because that's what they're shipping in.
Yeah.
Would be from Vietnam, won't it?
Yes. I don't know. I can't remember the
Yeah, it's all to do with Vietnam War, Air America stuff. And then this is the loyalty test, isn't it, for Mr. Joshua? Oh, pain. And then you can see his jaw, kind of his muscles tightening up. So yeah, good acting. And then the guy goes, "You guys are fucking crazy. You're fucking out there like fucking Pluto, man."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah.
So this is where they're having a meeting now, aren't they? Hunsaker and Roger.
They were at Vietnam together.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like, it's a bit weird talking about Vietnam, isn't it?
Yeah, it was so long ago now.
Yeah.
So this is establishing the backstory for them two, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I love how they're talking and Riggs is in the background, not caring. He's just in the background, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he says, "You find them and you kill them."
Yeah.
He says to him, doesn't he?
Yeah. Because he's not telling them what's happening yet, is he?
No, he's not telling that he was involved.
Yeah.
There's old Riggs in the background.
You
Going,
owe
what
me.
the fuck is
You
going
kill
on?
these people.
Yeah.
You owe me, Roger.
Took a bayonet in the lungs for him.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Lost Boys, this year's hit in the background. We see it.
That's Richard Donner film.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, Lost Boys.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's why it's there.
I noticed there was a cinema later on in the movie where they weren't showing regular movies as well.
Yeah.
Debbie Does Dallas on the front of it. I don't think that was a Donner movie.
No.
So they're getting called out to a jumper, aren't they?
I love this where he goes, "Oh boy, I love this job." He says once they drive off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love this scene. It cracks me up every freaking time.
Do you really want to jump? Do you wanna?
He's
Trying
like,
to hide
"You're
his
crazy. Stay away from me."
trying to hide his Australian accent.
Yeah.
Yes, because
At
every
one
time
point.
he like yells or talks loudly,
Yeah.
it kind of comes out. See, he's like, "I just want to talk to you." He's like, "Stay away from me, man."
That guy was a stuntman, not a very
Yeah,
good
that's
actor.
Mel Gibson's stuntman.
Yeah.
That's Mel Gibson's stuntman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see him in Bus towards the ending as well.
Yeah.
So, and actually, he's in Terminator 2. He plays the cop when they come out. They come out of the lift when the T-1000's chasing them. They come out the lift, and he's the cop in the car.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's quite well-known stuntman. No, don't go out on the ledge.
Yeah.
I know.
On the ledge.
Don't go out on the ledge.
And then he starts saying, "Oh, my boss is down there," and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he offers him a fag.
Yeah.
Yep.
See this key? Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Handcuffs him to the
Bye-bye.
himself. And,
The most
right.
flimsily made handcuffs in the
Absolutely.
world.
Absolutely. I
like
love it
what
though because it's such
Bye-bye.
a big mistake. So it's quite
I like
fun.
what he says though, because he's like, "Well, now if you jump, you're going to take me with you, and
Me
that's
with you,
murder,
yeah.
not suicide." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's messed up."
There he goes. That makes you a murderer, okay? He's just
Yeah.
Ian, why do you think they didn't reshoot?
Because it probably was just too much money to reshoot it. Remember, the budget wasn't that big for this movie, and also, what's his name? Richard Donner
$15
had
million.
Well, it wasn't that was. I mean, it was.
15.
I guess it was considered a lot of money, but it wasn't a lot, if you know what I mean. But Richard Donner wanted to. He wanted to prove that Mel Gibson is a star, wasn't he? So he was kind of. He had that thing that he wanted to make Mel Gibson a star, and he did after this film. So
Yeah, it really does.
Andy Masterson. Hello, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Psycho Nut Cop.
yeah.
And then Ellie. Great psychology, though.
But you see, this scene is just a copy of. Well, it's not a copy, but it's kind of like based on the scene with Dirty Harry, because this film is very much in the mode of Dirty Harry. Because there was a scene in Dirty Harry where he did the same thing. Some guy was going to jump in, and he went up on the ambulance, not the ambulance, the fire brigade's ladder. He went up on the ladder,
Yeah.
And he said, if you jump, then there's going to be a big. And he punches him, doesn't he? And he takes him down. So
A long time since I've watched
remember that? I think it was the Enforcer.
Yeah.
The Enforcer, I think it was. But yeah.
Yeah, I used to love the Dirty Harry films because they were always on ITV on a Saturday
Yeah.
night, weren't they?
Yeah.
Dirty Brown. Sorry.
Calm down.
So look, he's even got the same hairstyle as Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Look,
All
can you
right.
see it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you wanna? Do you wanna?
I feel like Mel Gibson has more of a mullet, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a great mullet.
Well, that's fine by me, he says. Let's do it. Let's do it, asshole.
Australian. Yeah.
He gives him the crazy eyes.
Riggs does look like he cuts his own hair in this film, doesn't he?
Yeah, it does a bit. Yeah.
Swappers, where are you? Sounds like you are in the toilet.
Might be.
Well, I mean, it's only fitting since you encouraged me to do that on the stream. So,
It's a comfortable seat. I'll give him that.
not really. You sit down on the toilet long enough, your butt cheeks go numb.
Well, didn't that happen in the second film?
And things fall
so.
out, yeah. Yeah, I think, Swappers, you've got the wrong film, mate. Save that for Lethal Weapon 2, yeah?
But I love it. I love the crazy eyes. It's like, come on, you want to go? Let's do it. I'm like, yes.
He is a great actor, isn't he?
I laugh throughout this whole scene every time.
But it's really good how the director kept the thing that they fell in away from view. So when he jumped, you were thinking, what the fuck is he doing? And then you find out that they fall into a huge mat, don't they? So
yeah, because you're like, he really is crazy.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I'll just say, night, Andy. We'll probably catch you on the re-rub, mate. Take care. Sleep tight.
Thanks for coming by, Andy.
And there you go. Handcuffs.
The longest handcuff in the world.
Rubber handcuffs. They broke, didn't they?
Maybe they were
as they were
not
falling.
regulation handcuffs. They were
and then
bedroom
on the way,
handcuffs.
Yeah, then on the way they grabbed each other's hand.
We could CGI some links in.
That's true. Well, not in '87 though.
Is that Gibson then on the left?
No, of course it's not. Another stunt guy.
I thought he did it, but there you go.
Nah.
He's got the.
Yeah. You want him down? He's down. He says to him.
Oh man.
Right there.
They probably would have. That would have probably been the same airbed as the first scene at the beginning, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah. He's laughing.
He's like, he's crazy. Keep him away from me.
Roger's not pleased, is he?
No, he's pissed.
Murtal.
He's like, get in there.
And a bit where he tries to shoot himself with the 6-shooter.
Yeah.
Puts
Like
his
he
thumb
literally pulls out his gun. He's like, all right, go for it. Do it. I'm like, damn.
Because he goes, are you crazy? And then he starts, he gets the bullet out, doesn't he? The hollow tip.
I love the bit at the end. I love the bit at the ending when he goes, after all the drama finished, he goes, I'm hungry. I'm going to get something to eat. He leaves. Yeah.
Melvin Deeply, why wouldn't the guy have noticed there's an airbag there?
That's the thing, because he was talking to Mel, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. Thing is, it was they're trying to keep it away from the audience.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I think it was more for the audience than them.
So this is where we get a bit deep, isn't it? Yeah. Put it under the chin.
Come on, do it
miss
right.
your brain.
Yeah.
Might come out of year and miss your brain.
Yeah.
That's what we said to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good scene.
He's got that crazy stare mastered.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does.
Gets his thumb in there. Yeah, gets his thumb in there.
Ellie, suddenly the suicide attempt has lost some of its peril. Yeah, that'd be the airbag thing, won't it?
Yeah.
You really are crazy.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm going to get something
Get
to
something
eat.
to eat. Yeah. I like the other line when they're in the car. He said, "It's your birthday. Well, many happy returns," or something. He says that to him, doesn't he? He said,
Yeah, and
maybe we can stay alive so I can buy you a present. He says to at one point.
I remember buying this. This was one of those first videos that came out for a tenner on VHS.
Mm.
You know, like in the early days of VHS, videos videos never came out for a tenner, did they? It was always at full price, the rental, and you could never afford them.
yeah, it was like $100 a videotape back in the day.
And naughty people who had 2 VHSs would do the naughty, but then they kind of realised there's a market for just throwing them out at a tenner, £10. And I always remember buying this video because, as I said, this was one of my late mother's favourite films. And we watched this so many times.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, as I said, I remember the lines. I watched it yesterday, but I haven't seen it in 20 years. And yet I remember all the...
I've got it on Blu-ray and I've got it on DVD. I saw it 5 times in the cinema. That's how much I liked it.
Jacob was 6 months old when this came out. MC's in. Hello, MC.
Hey, MC.
Now that's a bargain.
We haven't got the Bacon Man,
87p.
have we?
No
I've
mayo
not seen
and
Matt.
cheese.
No.
Yeah.
He's probably out shopping for bacon, probably.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm hungry. I'm going for something to eat.
I hope Matt wipes his bum properly.
What?
Well, he's in a loo, isn't he? So.
Yeah, Matthew, you're missing the latest in portable mobile communications.
Yeah, and he's talking to the psychiatrist as well, isn't he?
That is a big fucking battery.
When he explodes, you don't want to be anywhere near him, she says to him.
The great Andy was 20. I think me and Andy are probably the same age.
This film reminds me so much of LA when I went to LA. I was in LA in the 80s around about this time.
I've been on that bridge.
Yeah, so have I. I actually, the last time I went to LA, which is a very long time ago, I actually saw the Stilt House, which is in the second movie. We were so psyched to see that house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is the conversation asking, is he crazy? He's,
Yeah.
She thinks he's on the edge, doesn't she?
Well, he is.
Yeah. And
can I drive? No.
Yeah. Nice cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, MC's been buying some cracking deals. Look, I also got Beverly Hills Cop Trilogy on DVD for 37p.
I can watch things on DVD, but the pictures when you watch Blu-rays, you realize how inferior the DVD pictures are.
Well,
that's exactly.
Well,
true.
yeah, but for 37p, are you gonna mind?
No,
Dude, you could get that for the Blu-ray trilogy here.
Yeah,
I think it's like $30 actually.
37p. That's like 50 cents.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was pounds. I'm like, crap.
Nah, it's not pounds.
Okay.
See,
well, no wonder. That's hella cheap.
Yeah, the postage would cost more. Wow.
I tell you what, I got Jaws on Blu-ray, the new one, and it looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the quality of the picture is amazing.
Is this where he's saying, however years on the force,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking dead man?
He says, it's your birthday. I didn't know it was your birthday.
I'm a fucking dead
50 years old.
Yeah.
50 years old.
MC, I'm a cheapskate, so am I, mate.
So this is the moment where they actually make a connection in this scene where he cracks a joke and Murtaugh laughs and the stress kind of comes away from him.
Yeah.
So this is like the connection between the friendship between them both, which is quite good. Which I thought was quite good because it was just a one line that actually made him more comfortable with Riggs at this point. So yeah.
Obviously, he's saying I'm a fucking dead man. This one.
But the best line in this is when what is it? He goes, "Watch the road," and he says, "Don't worry about my driving." I can't remember what was the line. My driving. He says, "I've been driving since you were itching your daddy's pants."
Yes.
That's what he says. Yeah, at one point, which is quite a good line actually.
You said
Jacob,
it right before I got it in my brain. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grandma.
You will be. My grandma worked for a phone company, and we had one of those in his car. Sorry, grandpa.
Oh.
Beg your pardon. Melvin Deeply. What do they say? I got an original Aliens screenplay signed by Sigourney and James Cameron for £100.
Wow. That's worth a lot of money now.
Wow. And this is the
There's a connection. This is
Yeah.
because it makes him laugh.
yeah.
Where are we going? He says. And they're going. This
Can
is
I drive?
no. The line is, "Can I smoke?" And he goes, "No." And then he
Oh,
says,
yeah.
"Well, what about if I roll down the window?"
Yeah.
If I roll down the window. Yeah. What about if I roll down the window? It's
Yeah.
funny. It's quite
Got to
funny.
look after my lungs.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch my health. I exercise.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah.
There was that line he says, "I've seen this house in the rich and the shameless." Doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
It's
Lifestyles
quite
of the
funny
rich
line.
and shameless.
How did they get this address?
I can't remember. I think it was from the
Meeting.
The
I
jumper,
can't remember.
right?
Yeah, maybe I can't remember how they got it.
Stephen More's in. Yes. Hello, Stephen. The Mullet movie. You are quite correct.
Yep.
Yeah,
This was one of Hunt's. These are Hunsaker's friends, aren't they? Associates, the girls.
I can't remember, but I don't know. I can't remember how he got the
Yeah.
address. But when he
No.
shows his badge, they start running, don't they?
Yeah, they're doing naughty stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having sugar for their tea. That's all. You know what I mean? Shows his
Right.
badge and his gun. Yeah.
Oh,
And they're like, oh,
And-
shit. Sorry, Z.
and, yeah, and then the guy literally just starts shooting at them.
Yeah. Well.
None of this. Can I help you?
Yeah.
I will say it was very difficult to get stills of this because everything was just blurred.
I love when he goes. Was that line? He says, "Do you have to kill everyone that we meet?"
Yeah.
Yeah, shot him in the leg. He's still alive.
Yeah.
Joseph. Yeah, mullets have that effect on people. Yeah. Mullets. I think I had a mullet back in the day.
Well, I haven't killed you yet, he says at one point.
So there's the guy in the distance with the machine gun.
Shoots him in the leg. No killing. See, I shot him in the leg.
Yeah.
Cuff him.
Get the rubber cuffs out.
Yeah.
So the girls get cuffed.
Cuffed around a tree.
Yeah.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands. And he wouldn't show his hands. Murtaugh's an idiot. He kind of took his bead off him.
Yeah. This part I couldn't get I think it is blurred, going 1,000 miles an hour. You shot me, man. You shot me, man. Ah. And then blur. Blur.
Shoots him. Bang, 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 bang. And he falls into the plastic.
Blur.
Blur.
Why would that be blurred? Is the camera not fast enough, or why would that be blurred in?
It's because the people are moving fast on the frames. That's why it's blurred.
Simple as that.
Yeah, simple as that.
Oh, this is this is bad.
They were trying to save him, but they couldn't save him.
Yeah,
because he be dead.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah,
and this is the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't killed you yet.
Yeah. Alka Salsa.
Product placement, perhaps.
Maybe.
And what's this? This is a deep conversation, isn't it?
Mm.
And what they talk
I can't
about.
remember. I can't remember either. Mm. I can't remember something about. Oh God, what I can't. I know this film, but I can't remember what they were talking about. But it was it's basically when Murtaugh realised that well, he knows he's mad, but he also realised that he's been scarred as well. I can't remember, and then he invites him to his house or something for dinner, or I can't remember.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
saving his life. It was just like
that was it.
they
Yeah,
bonded at that point.
yeah. Can't remember what they were talking about though, and this is where the daughter takes a fancy to Riggs, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite funny on the dinner table. Quite funny. Yep.
Through the hole in the wall.
This is my new partner, Martin Riggs. Martin Riggs.
And she's like,
that was the second one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think Swap Shop has gone down the toilet?
No, he's just doing one of those mystic ones, isn't he? You know, one of those mystic poos that you do. He's doing that.
What, Phantom Poopy?
That's the one.
Oh my God.
That's the one.
Okay. Moving on.
And he tries to rap, doesn't he? That's quite funny.
Anybody notice the? Anybody notice the?
South Africa in the apartheid.
South Africa, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it, who played that character? I can't remember in the second one.
Joss Ackland.
That's the fella. Yeah. Diplomatic immunity. yeah.
Been revoked.
Yeah, it's brilliant. The second one's brilliant as well.
Patsy Kensit in that as well. Cute
she was. Yeah, she looked bloody horny in that film.
Diplomatic immunity.
It's just been revoked. He does that thing with his neck, doesn't he? When he fires the gun.
So this is where the
Go on, sorry, those two grow up in the second one, and in the third one as well. So
they're all in the late 40s now.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed in this movie. Is how innocent all the kids are. If this was released today, they'd all be probably like shooting each other or swearing and cussing and smoking.
Yeah.
But the kids are just so like sweet. In the ones in the street where they speak to later on as well. I thought, man, this was such an innocent time, you know.
If this was made now, would this family be white?
No. I don't think they would be really.
Right.
No,
but there are still families like this. Sorry, go ahead.
It'll be the same way around, but Riggs and Murtaugh will be played by women.
Yeah.
Moving on. So this is where they're embarrassing their sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like a tart, Martin? He says, and the father says it's Riggs. What is it? You can't remember what he said.
It's Mr. Riggs.
Yeah.
Call me Martin. No, it's Mr. Riggs.
And there's a boat that he never takes out to the sea. He just has a boat, doesn't he? He doesn't. He doesn't take it out.
Yeah,
he doesn't even know how to. Yeah, he doesn't even know how to operate it. But Riggs knows how to. So
it's like he bought a boat just so he could say he bought a boat.
But yeah.
Time Prophet. The brother would be black with a white sister. Lol.
Well, the daughter that fancies Riggs would be a man. Would have got transition, wouldn't it? Transition man, whatever, that fancies Riggs. That's probably what it'll be today, I guess, because that's what's in, isn't it, now? So there you go.
It wouldn't be Mr. Riggs as well. It'd be like they, them Riggs, or he, him, or something.
This is your new partner. His preferred pronouns are.
Oh, it's fucking crazy. Moving on.
Well, the world is crazy, mate. I think it featured heavily in the third one, his boat.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
This is where the daughter, Leanne, is she's grounded because she was smoking blow in the house. Yeah.
Well, she was smoking pot. Blow is typically cocaine.
Not over here, but moving on.
Here we go. She's very cute, though.
Yeah.
Cute.
She's like, "Can I please go out with Mark, Dad?"
I like the second one though. The boyfriend she has in the second one is quite funny. Scared of Murtaugh.
Oh yeah.
This is where he says you've got a great family, blah blah blah.
Mm.
Kind of trust is mentioned now.
Yeah. I think this bit he talks about he's the only man that can fire a sniper rifle at X amount. Yeah, yeah. He was, whatever, he can take the wind and figure it out and how to fire.
Only 6 men could make that
do
shot
it. Yeah,
from a
that's
mile.
it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Throws the can in the bin.
Yeah. And then does Murtaugh say, "You like my wife's cooking"? That's where he says there, isn't it? You
Yeah,
like
and he's
my
like, no.
wife's... No.
He says no, yeah. Yeah.
It's just so great, this movie, isn't it? The script is sparkling in places.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was rewritten, wasn't it? By I can't remember
so good.
What's his name? Wrote the original screenplay. It was
Yeah.
a lot more darker, and they brought it down a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
they brought it down a bit. So they got another screenwriter in to add a bit more humor and stuff.
I will say, speak of the devil, it shall appear.
Hey, bacon.
Back cheese in.
Need
What
some
up?
eggs.
What up, Matt?
Bacon.
The next, this is where he gets the present, the tape of, is it Hunsaker? I can't remember.
I don't know, because I'm sure it says evidence. I was looking at the slides. I'm sure it says evidence on the. So it must, must be
It's
from
of the
police.
daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
So
like
he's got his present from Murtaugh. Sorry,
that's
from
his
Riggs.
daughter. Yeah, no, it's from his daughter. That's his
Was it?
present from his
Yeah.
daughter. Yeah, Riggs doesn't write like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is evidence then, by the looks of it.
Well, I think he sent. I think Hunsaker sent it, didn't he? Because he wanted him to kill them, didn't he?
yes.
So he sends the tape of his daughter, doesn't he? So. And the book, obviously, the school reunion book as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
Got some VHS. Roger just cracking one off before Trish wakes up. His glasses are steamed up.
No, he just basically feels sorry.
He's a professional, so it wouldn't have even crossed his mind.
Well, and not just that, but if it's your friend's daughter, that would just feel wrong all kinds of ways.
All kinds of wrong.
Yeah, he's a professional, yes. And there's the scene with the picture, the TV in the background and the yearbook.
Mm-hmm. And basically, Hunsaker's trying to make a point, trying to rile him up so that he can do exactly what he wanted him to do.
Yeah, there is another sister as well.
Mm.
Yeah, because he says that
these were
whenever
twins,
he goes to his
weren't they?
house. He's like, I have another daughter.
Oh, I love this scene. This is a scene where Riggs comes in, tries to convince him with a coffee.
Yeah,
makes him wake up. Yeah, that's quite funny. Yeah.
I always remember when I watched this in the 80s, being about 20. I just thought that's a fucking cool jacket, and it's still a cool jacket.
But the thing is, though, this is them actually connecting, because it was quite funny because he tells him to get out of his room, doesn't he?
He does.
And he just darts out, doesn't he? So it's like these scenes are them getting closer as friends.
Yeah.
So it's quite a nice scene.
They definitely had chemistry in real life, didn't they?
Yeah, they're great friends in real life, but the thing about the script is that it focused a lot more. It focused just as much on the friendship than the action. Sometimes you watch an action movie, a bad one, and it's just about the action. But they made sure both of them were balanced between the relationship between them and the action. So that's Richard Donner, because Richard Donner's a good director.
Time Prophet, apparently it's a vest. I think I'm talking about the one on the.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever buy a white vest like that, But anyway, that's just
My
me.
dad
Moving
used
on.
to wear vests like that all the time.
My old man does.
It makes a comeback in the last part of the movie, doesn't it? This vest.
Yes,
It
it
does.
does. It
It's a
does.
bit
Oh, Daddy's gone Die Hard. Yes.
Yes.
But do you remember, right, in those days, my dad used to wear a vest and then a shirt on top of that and a tie and a jumper, and because he used to sell furniture and he used to go to the shop. You know, he used to literally wear a vest like that. And I can't even imagine wearing a vest, especially in the summer. It's weird.
It's the same reason why our grandparents used
Cotton.
to put eight sheets on the bed, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, we didn't have any, what is it, duvets at that time, did we? It was
No.
blankets, weren't it? It was blankets.
Time
Divas
Prophet.
was so European.
Time Prophet never owned a vest. I did when I was a child, but obviously not as an adult.
I might get one now, though. Danny Glover looks great in that.
So we're going to the shooting range.
The smiley bit. I love
The
scene.
exposition scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Let's set up the thin theory of what we think is going to happen, and it's
Pretty
exactly
fucking
right.
thin.
Yeah,
Really fucking thin.
I'm
But he was
surprised
right, though.
Your wife's cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Riggs was right, though, wasn't he? He was definitely right. But I love how Myrtle's like, let me show you what an old man can do. And then Riggs is like, step back.
Yes, because at this point we'd found out that the daughter had been poisoned. So even if she hadn't have jumped off the building, she'd have died from the drain cleaner or something that was in the tablets. And this is where they're talking about, is it Dixie, the Dixie, prostitute?
Yeah.
You're gonna arrest Dixie. Yeah,
because
Dixie.
she was the one who administered the who brought the drugs.
Yeah.
The spiked drugs. And the pretty fucking thin refers to the fact that she would have seen her jump out the window because evidence suggested there was somebody else in the room. And then coincidentally, she was the first one to say, I saw it all. So that's that's pretty fucking thin. And then what did you say? Thin's my middle name?
Yeah, then he cracks a joke about his wife's cooking, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he said, that won't get you invited to Christmas dinner or something like that, he says, isn't he?
Time Prophet, he'd rather die from drain cleaner than jump off the roof. Thank you, Time Prophet.
I'd rather be alive. not jump off and not have the dry cleaner.
Thank you.
Yeah. Same.
Boom.
Yeah. So this is where we get a demonstration of just how good Riggs is.
Yeah.
So Roger's doing his bit. Sorry, Matthew.
I just said it was the only thing he was ever good at.
Yes, that's what he says.
He always aims for the legs. Why not shoot him in the dick? You're still not going to kill him, but that would highly disable somebody. I'm just saying. If you get shot in the dick, how easily are you going to be able to get up and try to shoot someone else?
Well,
that first guy by the pool?
But you could die if you got shot in the dick because that blood's never going to stop coming out of you.
Rennie's just got dicks on the brain, though, hasn't she?
No.
I think through the legs better, actually. If you want them to survive.
I'm just saying, you could disable somebody, but not necessarily kill them right away. I'm just
the reason why Rennie's saying that because she wants another dick in her collection of the bag of dicks, right? That's the reason why. Yeah.
Well, I'm running out of dicks to send to Brown. Okay.
I've not received them yet, but I look forward to getting all 12 bags of them. Okay.
Well, the receipt was signed, so who took them?
And he goes, "Not bad for an old man." That's what he says to her, isn't he? And it shoots at the happy face.
Sends it right to the end of the range.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just saw Andy's comment in the chat.
Yeah. That's good advice. Do not
Yeah.
piss Rennie off. MC. Naughty Trixie or Bitsy. Moving on. So there you go. Fucking good shooter, isn't he?
Absolutely. He's older, wiser, and has more experience.
And a very, very good mullet. Okay, so they're going to see the prostitute.
Yep.
Oh, what's her name again? Trixie.
Dixie.
Dixie.
I thought it was Dixie, yeah.
And then boom.
I totally forgot that explosion. That got me when I saw it again.
Yeah. I didn't remember it.
Rennie, would you like to? You will be. Would you like to read Time Prophet's comments?
Rennie A is lowering the tone again. I won't say how she lowered the tone earlier while the Silmarillion was being read. LOL. Awesome. Thanks for all the compliments today. I really appreciate it, Time Prophet.
I love the kids on the other side of the street. They're going, "Isn't that great? That was fantastic. Do it again." Yeah.
It's a big fucking explosion, that.
I just love that, like, they're just rolling around on the floor for ages in front of this building. Like, you know, they're just so discombobulated. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're just rolling around on top of each other. It goes on for so long.
Yeah, because his jacket's on fire. He goes, "Your fucking jacket's on fire, man." He goes, "What are you, a fag?"
Yeah, I know. I thought, did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't say that today, you know?
Well, you could, but you wouldn't get away with it.
Oh, that's a hate crime.
The dead Jawa from Star Wars there.
Oh my god.
So far from the sounds of Tatooine.
Oh, that's a good one, Matt. Thank you.
Very good.
Uncle Owen's favourite position.
On his back. So they're calling it in. And Dixie toast. And this is where he's military detonator. It says he's seen something like this. Seen something like this back in the NAM.
Yep, it's very well crafted.
Mercury switches.
Yep.
Is he in back yet?
I am.
Nope. Oh, there he is.
Why? What's wrong?
Brown was droning on.
Oh, was he? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I always do that. You know that. You just missed the big explosion, Ian.
I've seen the film, so yeah.
Was it an impressive explosion?
I just want to point out here: is that fireman over there using his hose, or is he taking a leak?
He's taking a leak.
Pissed, isn't it? Yeah.
But what the thing about this is that the people in this film, they all wear jumpers, and look at this guy's coat. I know LA at any time. It's bloody boiling out there. What the hell are they wearing jumpers for? In December, it's still hot, mate. I'm telling you. I don't know.
Is it Rennie?
I'm sorry, what are you asking?
Is LA hot in the December?
It gets warm, but like when I lived there, it was like maybe 80s, 90s, and it's a dry heat, so it wasn't too bad. Texas is worse for me, but because it gets in the hundreds and it's humid, so.
Is this the bit where they talk to the kids? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell them your name, Alfred. Was it Alfred?
Yeah. And it's like, oops.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of the kids used to wear like 3D glasses in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, it was painted, he says. Remember, the kid says it was painted.
Like that.
Like that. Exactly like that. I was that close to him. In fact, it's a very good job that your jacket was burned and you had to take it off.
Yeah.
Oh, Z.
Sorry. I found this bit a bit
like
convenient.
Oh.
It was just like that.
I think
So
she'll be
it was
shutting
it.
down early for the evening.
Was it Gary Busey that blew up the house?
I'm assuming
It
so
would have
because he
been,
said
yeah.
it was blonde.
Yeah. Yeah, his jacket
What
got
the same here?
caught fire. Yeah.
So I can't remember.
He was saying basically he's telling him about the tattoo, and that's a special forces tattoo,
Yeah.
and also he was
Air
talking about
America and all that lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about the bomb that was used in there as well, wasn't he? He was talking about it was
Mercury switches and all
mercury
that.
switches, and all that stuff. Yeah, so.
Stephen Moray, I had the 3D glasses that came with a cereal pack that had picture of Jaws 4D on the back. I don't think if which Jaws film was a 3D one? Was that the one with?
No,
Yeah.
Jaws 3 3D.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jaws 4 was the Michael Caine one.
it certainly was.
I don't think I've ever seen them. Thank God.
You've got to see it for a laugh.
Okay.
You really have to.
And is that the old green and red 3D as well?
Yes.
Oof.
It's terrible.
You know what, right? One of the reasons why I like this film so much is because Riggs is portrayed as a super cop. And I love that in the 80s. There were lots of super cops in the 80s. I mean, look at the way he shoots his gun. Look at the way, when that helicopter comes in this scene, he hits, all his bullets hits a helicopter, but he doesn't bring it down. But, he's that good. Do you know what I mean? So I just, one of the things I really like about that character.
This is where Huntsacker he doesn't want to tell him, but Roger is saying, I know you're into some dirty shit.
Yeah. It's like, I have another daughter.
Yeah.
How
Maybe
can they
you
not
shouldn't have
hear that
gotten
helicopter
involved.
come in? How can they
Exactly.
not hear that helicopter coming?
They're not
Really?
It was
stealthy,
below the cliff face, so the sound waves wouldn't hit it, would it? I don't know.
I
Oh,
would
Plus they
no
were talking.
way. No way. You would have heard it.
You would have heard the propellers.
Conveniently placed eggnog.
Yeah.
Party nog, the special stuff. I mean, how did the helicopter even know he'd be standing there?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
There's an
They had
event
a guy
going on
on the-
outside.
They had a guy on the inside signaled to him, okay, he's right by the window, and then the helicopter comes up and shoots him. I don't know. That's the only thing
But
I
this
can
is
think of.
this is one of the good things about this film. Sometimes you get stupid bits like this, but it's still cool to see him get shot through the eggnog. It's really
That's true.
cool. You
Yeah,
know?
because as we say, they're not taking the piss out of the audience, so we can roll with it a little.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
Time Prophet, there is no such thing as a stealth helicopter. Well, there is Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder.
Or
Yeah.
Airwolf. So up yours.
Yeah.
So this is where Roger says they're gonna tear the fucking playhouse down, as it were. Big shipment coming in. 2 shipments a year. All the Air America stuff from Vietnam.
And in fact, he was in Air America, wasn't he, Mel Gibson?
Yes, that's the link as well, isn't it? So here we go.
Yeah, so here comes the helicopter, which they didn't hear, which is weird.
Blue Thunder was so heavy it could hardly take off and was dangerous to fly. Thank you, Time Prophet. Great film, though.
There he is.
With his white jumper.
Yeah, look at that jumper, man.
Stress for the occasion.
His
Yeah.
white woolly cardigan.
That's fine.
That's
the
great.
eggnog. That's
That's
brilliant.
great. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that scene, I just thought, oh, someone must have seen them turn up, and therefore, he's going to be there on the property somewhere. So that's when he jumped in the helicopter and thought, right, let's go get him.
Why isn't the window broken?
I think he did hear a smash.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, you do hear it. Also, isn't he scared to fall out of that helicopter, sitting on the edge like that?
Yeah.
I'd be terrified.
I think there would have been a seatbelt around him.
Well, it doesn't look like it, does it, in the shot? But hey,
Not across his chest, anyway.
yeah.
He's
I
not
wish I
scared
hadn't
of getting his
mentioned
arm melted, then he's not scared of falling out of a helicopter.
lots of talk about helicopters in the chat now. That is a great scene where the bullet goes through the party nog.
Yeah. And it
This
flies
great
and,
flying, stunt flying.
and Riggs just hits it loads of times.
Boom, here
with
we
his
go.
gun, yeah. With 17 bullets or some nonsense like that.
You got off easy.
Probably the first
He
time
said
in a
something
movie.
about heroin when he was
Wait,
down. He's
what are you
like,
gonna
"Oh, so
say?
heroin. You got off easy."
What are you
Sorry.
going to say, Matt? What were you going to say?
I was going to say it's probably the first time in a movie a helicopter doesn't explode.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
MC Big Chopper. It's a big chopper, mate.
Oh,
Jacob, they were trying to shoot the eggnog. He just got in the way. He did, mate.
Well, he got it. I mean, fair play to him.
Romeo. You just missed the eggnog scene, mate. And there he goes.
He's been a bit
Such-
over ambitious there, isn't he? Over that distance.
Yeah, but it's such a good. I like the fantastical element about Riggs. That's what makes Riggs. Do you know what I mean? It's such. They used to make movies like this. You look at John McClane in Die Hard. He's just a fantastical character, isn't he? The stuff that he done in that film.
Yeah, I just put it down to him being so nuts that he just thought he'd try and take out the helicopter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This is where it says, "Have you finished?" I haven't fucking started yet.
What's that noise? Weird.
This is where we get some very cool helicopter shots and some cool military kind of A-team-esque shots.
It's that lovely helicopter from the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah. Time to turn the heat up, Mr. Joshua.
Another one of those radios.
Very A-team.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
Sounds like someone's rimming their mic.
Yeah.
Yep. Not me. I was on mute.
Not me.
This is the bit where he gets shot and it smashes through the window.
Is this a little bit tenuous, this?
What do you mean?
Well, it goes from that previous shot and now he's in the middle of LA asking the prostitutes, and conveniently Joshua turns up.
Yeah. Because basically he knew what was coming next. So basically he had to die to get the advantage on them, didn't he? So that they kind of like set it
Yeah,
up.
but it just seemed a little bit convenient that they've gone from that to this, and it happened very, very quickly.
Well, maybe there were scenes before this, but they kind of felt that it slowed down the film. But the film still makes sense.
Oh, right,
when
okay.
When it does a jump from here to here. Yeah.
I just when I was watching, I just thought, they're obviously sort of keeping tabs on these two.
Yeah.
Someone somewhere's watching them, and as soon as they turn up and the situation's open, then they'll try and kill them. So obviously that's the way it turns out.
Well, Riggs knows what kind of people they are, so he would have probably said, which you didn't see on screen, to Murtaugh, that they're going to try and come after us now. The whole idea is that if one of us is dead, then we'll have the advantage over them. Yeah. But they didn't reckon on them kidnapping the daughter, though, did they?
No.
So
no.
Yeah.
I did notice on this film, sorry Matthew, a lot of the shots it's pissing down in LA. Does it ever piss down in LA, Rennie?
It doesn't rain that much in California, to be honest. So
just like the song.
I mean, it rains, but you don't get a lot of rain.
Well, they had a rain machine. They had a rain machine. So.
Yeah.
Because
it rains more here than it did there.
But because one of the tricks for DOPs is to wet down the street so that you'll get reflection of the lights on the pavement. So that if you notice in a lot of films that pavements are always wet because they wet it down. So that's like a trick that DOPs use when they're lighting movies. So maybe that was one of the reasons why. I don't know.
Time
Did it-
Prophet
Yes, it
is.
is.
I think
Did it need to be raining though? There wasn't any real need for it, was there?
Well,
Or
I
was it
guess it
proper
adds
rain?
atmosphere. I don't
Was it
know.
proper rain?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It just
Los
seemed to be
Angeles
every-
is in California. Sorry, Brown. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Which part of California is Canada in?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it just seemed a lot of shots, a lot of the nighttime shots. It was just raining all the time.
Well, it was raining at the ending when he was at the graveside. So it was just an atmosphere thing. That's what it is.
okay.
The bit at the end,
Yeah,
it definitely helps the atmosphere at the end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
So Mr. Joshua's there with his big gun.
So basically, the impression I got was Riggs was baiting the guys to show up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing.
Hmm.
And so they thought they'd have the advantage because they know who Riggs is, and Riggs knows who they are. So it only makes sense that I'll come and try and eliminate him. And so they kind of baited them, didn't they?
Yeah. Stephen says the wetting of the street is part of the plot for one of the revived Columbo series.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
String killer.
Yeah.
Dead. So he thinks he's got him, doesn't he?
He's got pleased with himself now.
Yeah. But just like the stupid idiots, when they try to shoot the hero, they never check to see if they're dead. They just drive away.
Did you see the body? Did you see the body? Oh, come on, who's dead? Did you see the body?
And Roger goes, "Well done, kid. You're wearing your bulletproof vest."
You got the note from the future and put the bulletproof vest on.
And he goes, "Oh, that looks like a fucking
Yeah.
bitch."
And
This
then
is
he
almost
goes,
this is almost like the same reaction he has for his arm being pulled out of its socket in the second
yeah,
film.
Yeah.
a bit, yeah. Did he not say, well, I figured, what the hell? No, that's another film, isn't it? Yeah, that was Back to the Future.
Was this the only Lethal Weapon film where he doesn't dislocate his shoulder as well? The other ones he does.
Yeah, it started in the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had forgotten that Joe Pesci wasn't in the first one. I kept looking for Leo, and I was like, "Oh, that's right, he's not in this one."
What
Yay!
Leo gets.
I like Leo.
Yeah.
So this is where he's kind of we've got the advantage now because they think I'm dead.
Yeah, that's it. That was the thing.
And then does he say pretty fucking thin
He says, yeah, he says brilliant, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I
And
think
then
this is where they
realise, that that the daughter was kidnapped.
yeah, because he mentions the dimples of the boyfriend,
I can see through his head.
and
He's
then
like, "Oh my gosh!"
how did you know?
Mm.
And then he realizes. Yeah, so they must have been wetting the streets then on purpose.
Yeah, they do that because if you look on the sidewalk at that picture there, and it's lit up, they've got a huge freaking 1K or 6K that's lit from above, lighting the road. Because if they don't have that, you won't see it too well. So they wet the street so that the light could be. It looks better when it's wet anyway. So that's an old trick that DOPs use.
So they go into Roger's house, storm in.
What's going on? What's happening?
And
Your daughter looks really pretty naked. That must
Fair
really
enough,
freak
no.
your head out as a parent, getting a Polaroid note like that.
Yeah.
oh yeah, got a Polaroid, yeah. And there's
That's when
movement
Mum-
upstairs.
Yeah, that's when the wife comes downstairs. And what's going on?
Get in your rooms.
Yeah, get in your rooms. Shadow of Murtaugh and Riggs. There.
I will say good night, Melvin. Thanks for popping in, mate. See you
Good
soon.
night.
And then they get the phone call, don't they? This is where the police officer, they're waiting for the Mr. Joshua to ring up, aren't they?
Yeah, so Joshua rings up the police officer and says, and they tell him that Martin Riggs has been killed.
Or send
So
somebody
they
over.
believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he poses as somebody from the
Reporter.
news.
Yeah.
And then, yes, taken.
We got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think today everyone would be like so much more paranoid about giving personal information away, wouldn't they? On the phone?
Why are you fishing?
Yeah.
So the general's pretty pleased with himself.
Certainly is.
Yeah. And is this the conversation about are you that good?
Yeah, and he says
that
that,
good?
that they're going to come after you, they're going to kill your daughter, blah, blah, blah.
You got to shoot to kill.
Yeah, don't fuck around. And I love how this, the red from the Christmas tree is signaling danger and what's going to happen next. And they just lit the whole scene red. Yeah, because of the tree, using the tree. So that's quite cool.
Yeah, I really like that as well.
That was a big thing in the 80s with things like Close Encounters and E.T., wasn't it? They used to do that a lot. Yeah.
So this is the desert scene. This is where the foreshadowing with the sniper stuff comes in, isn't it?
And that's Myrtle's car that gets destroyed in the second one.
Yeah. Nice jacket.
I wonder if this is the same desert where they filmed the opening credits for Knight Rider.
It is. Same desert.
Wow. Nice.
It's the same one.
A little bit of trivia. That rifle, at the time, was only one of 2 in the United States. It's a $10,000 Heckler & Koch PSG-1 marksman's rifle.
Really? It looks a bit technologically advanced for this sort of time and day, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a good job they decided to meet there with the one of only 5 people who could make that shot.
Yeah. That's true. But you know who owns the other rifle?
Who?
Rennie. She owns it. Rennie, you're going to tell them that you own the rifle?
Yes, just to shoot people in the dick.
Time Prophet says it's the same desert used in the time tunnel.
Wow.
Ah.
I used to like that when I was a kid.
It's so funny, wasn't it? They all bumped into each other out in the desert. They're all filming the same. Like,
It has been used a lot.
This is good photography.
He just so happens to find a bush.
That's good, isn't it?
Bush he can hide behind.
It's not the only bush in the desert. Imagine that.
Yeah.
It's like completely barren, and then there's just one bush in the country, just on the hill.
Stephen Moray, Time Tunnel needs to be back on TV.
Okay.
Time Prophet, he's got the entire series.
Maybe you could go back in time and
Irwin, yes, an Irwin Allen production.
Certainly was. This is where they all come just to take on Murtaugh, all of them.
Yeah.
Just one man.
Yeah.
With a hand grenade.
Yeah, they want to find out what he knows. Why don't they just? I suppose they need to find out before they kill him. I suppose.
Well, they need to know whether he told anybody else.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Not taking any chances anyway.
I love how all of them are wearing suits out in the desert. They all look great.
And the stances as well. That they're like that guy back then. Just the power stance. He was standing there with his legs wide open. I love it.
And I think there's an Indian guy down there with long hair.
Yeah,
a few mullets in there. Yeah. Daddy.
That's a German guy, isn't it?
Yeah. I love how he just puts his head down.
Why are like a lot of the evil guys from the 80s German? Or at least, someone on the evil team is German.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was the same in the second movie as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Die Hard was meant to be German, wasn't he? Die Hard, Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber,
Yeah.
German, wasn't he? Yeah. He was German.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
If she's going to die my way, he says.
Put the pin back in the grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
It's a dud.
Oh, he's just been playing golf by the look of him.
Yeah. But Riggs is a good shoot, man. He can shoot.
That's pointing directly at the camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
That guy was on The Predator last week. He's one of the stuntmen, you know, the one on the left, the one who gets blown through the. Is he a Danish guy? I forget what his name is.
Yeah, Arnie's friend.
Yeah, he looks big enough to body double, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Shoots him in the arm.
Yeah. And then
and he drops
grenade.
The grenade. It was just a smoker, wasn't it?
Yeah, a smoker, yeah.
And then Riggs takes everybody out. Don't do it, son. You're not that fast.
Riggs doing the shots from however far out he is.
In those days, they were real squibs that they used. Now it's all CGI.
I was gonna say you have to CG it, right?
No, that's all squibs, real squibs.
No, I'm saying nowadays. Sorry.
Yeah, CGI mixed with squibs. But yeah. Boom.
Roger's got one in the
shoulder.
Yeah, I think it just grazed him because towards the ending it didn't really bother him, did it? He was just running around.
He was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But is
all the cars in this movie are land yachts, aren't they? Look at the side.
Yeah.
Lincolns and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but the injury is giving them later the torture device for the salt.
Yeah, the salt, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that line he gives, but when we get to it.
Yeah.
Stick your head out. Good night, you son of a bitch. Then he gives a click, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How did he find him?
Well, I don't know. It's the movie. It's what happens in the movie.
I just assumed they tried to backtrack where the bullets were coming from. That's the only thing I could think of.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Trying to figure out the direction of fire.
Oh, look at that little mic there. He's got.
Don't do it, son. You're not that clever.
No, you're not that fast. He says.
Yeah.
I was trying to think why Murtaugh wasn't wearing a wire, and communicating with Riggs across distance, so he could tell him, do this. Do that.
Well, because they would have searched. They probably would have searched him. He's probably thinking, well, I'll have to search you, but you'll have to trust me with this gun. Probably that's probably the reason why. Yeah. Look at those gnashes. Bloody hell.
I know. So
no eyebrows, massive teeth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where they know of each other, or
yeah, they've heard of each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real pleasure when I kill you, he says.
So they're going after the daughter.
Of course, they stopped the daughter.
So it all went a bit sideways, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it went back. Then didn't go pear shape after this, though, did it?
But just when you think they're all going to get things back on track and get her back and everything, it's like, oh shit, no.
See, this is right. This is the reason why it is an 18, because they have scenes like this in it. And
Torture.
the Chinese guy, he was in Die Hard as well. He played one of the thugs.
Who's the chin?
Yeah. Wouldn't say that today, would you?
Was it Mr. Endo?
Yeah. And he's very popular. He was in all the films at the time.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, Hot Shots Part 2, Beverly Hills Cop 3,
yeah,
Double Dragon, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, who's Genghis Khan.
I think he choreographed some of the fights in the Bourne films, I think.
All right, okay.
I think he did. I'm not sure.
I like it when Mr. Joshua introduces the Chinese guy and Mel Gibson looks at him and nods his head. Like, pleased to meet you type thing.
The line in this is, tell us what we need to know, and I promise I'll kill you quickly.
Yeah.
And he says, I can't remember what the line he says. Well,
don't know nothing.
we're going to be here all night because
that's it. Yeah,
So
I don't
nothing.
know nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so they're doing the dripping water and car battery. Yeah,
electrocution. Yeah, electrocution. Torture.
Yeah.
And what he's getting zapped, he keeps saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill you all." Yeah, kill you all. A very confident man.
I love it when Gary Busey accidentally electrocutes himself.
Yeah.
Al Leong. Cheers, Romeo. That's the guy's name, Al Leong.
There's a lot of films.
Yeah.
There's also in Lethal Weapon 4. You'd think you would have recognised him.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
So they're torturing Roger. Let's get the salt out.
I love that line. It says, "There's no more heroes left in the world."
Son.
Yeah.
That's where the salt goes in. And this is where Al Leong tells Mr. Joshua
he doesn't know nothing.
Yeah.
Is this the bit where he says
this
there's
is
no
where the
more
daughter,
heroes?
This is where the daughter
the
comes
daughter.
in.
Yeah. It's a real nice daughter you got there, Mr. Murtaugh. He says to him.
Yeah. Daddy, daddy, daddy.
Yeah.
And Riggs, I keep calling him Murtaugh. Riggs is about to do what he does well.
He kills Endo.
Yeah. Lots of blurred legs and choker hold, strangling him.
Just broke his neck.
Yeah.
He got better.
Yeah. Well, he was faking it, wasn't he? He could take electrical shock torture, couldn't he? Must have got worse because no, he wasn't in Vietnam, was he? No, of course not. It was Murtaugh that was in Vietnam.
Both of them were.
I don't know.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, both of them were in Vietnam. Yeah. Because Riggs does the story about how he took somebody out from a mile away.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so both were in the Nam. You don't know, man. You wasn't there. So there he is. He's dead. And this is where he comes running into the torture chamber, isn't it? And starts killing people.
There's a really horrible punch he does there, and it misses the guy completely in that scene.
All right.
Yeah. So the line before he comes through the door is, "Save it, son. There's no more heroes left in the world." And then he kicks the door in. He comes along. Yeah. That was quite good.
And then he does this pretty fucking thin again, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty fucking thin.
Anorexic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just love, as I said, the character of Riggs is very fantastical. The stuff that he does.
Yeah.
You know, I like when he goes into the what is it? What do you call it? It's not disco, is it? Did they have disco in those days?
It's a nightclub. It's a nightclub.
He comes in, he just shoots someone as he opens the door. He just shoots the person.
What the fuck? Just walks in, bang.
Where he is, does he? Yeah, just like
there we go. Just walk in,
bang. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not fucking around, is he?
The guy did pull a gun though, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did a bit. Yeah, but
so they've escaped. They're going through the nightclub, and he's just fucking blowing them away.
There was that line in the torture chamber, wasn't he? He goes, let's do what one shepherd said to the other, and he says, "What's that? Get the flock out of here."
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
They had discos in the 80s, yes.
See, this is like one of the best climax of an action film that I really think it's really terrific. It just keeps going until I get to Murtaugh's house. It's really good. And I love the idea that he runs down the road trying to chase a car. I just think that was excellent.
Yeah.
I did like the bit though when they just walking past the bar and that guy just comes in out of the right frame and he just bends him over the gun, doesn't he? You just hear
yeah.
So Mr. Joshua, he's on his way out. Steals a car. See, if you look right down the street, it's wet. So,
Well, they would have wet the street
with a truck going all the way up.
Yeah,
Right,
because you see how the lights reflect
Yeah.
on the actual road itself. That's an old trick that DOPs did in those days. They used to wet the street so you get reflections of the lights.
So,
So yeah,
good,
they would
it?
have done that. Yeah, because it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did it so much in RoboCop as well, didn't they? Like wet the
They
truck.
did.
Yeah.
So Riggs comes running out.
Yeah. I like when the cop tries to stop him and he puts his badge out and and the cop immediately believes him.
Yeah, and he's carrying this fucking huge rifle. All the people in the background watching.
Yeah.
Blows a tire out. Was this the Debbie Does Dallas on the cinema as well? I don't know.
Yeah, in one of the previous scenes, I think the hot dog scene when he went to go and get a meal, there was Lost Boys showing at the other theatre, and it hadn't even come out yet.
Go on, run, Riggs, run. There he goes. That's an amazing shot.
With the music going.
Yeah. As I said, it's so cool that he tries to outrun a car. He's like literally moving so fast.
Yeah, because he's trying to cut it off by going up one of the streets.
Yeah. Well, Myrtle tells him to go the other way because he'll cut it off. Yeah.
There's Roger.
Yeah. General McAllister, time for you to die. He says, yeah.
So Riggs is going up the street.
Yeah.
Freeway.
Shoots at the car, blows up the car. He gets out, gets another car.
Time Prophet. Little did he know he would end up being a fat Santa Claus.
Yep. But he was in his prime there, wasn't he?
Yeah. 30. So he shoots a cat. Boom. Joshua in there.
Yeah. He gets out and he steals another car.
He does. Can hardly make out what's going on, but cars exploding.
There's a mistake in this film as well. Sorry, this bit. Sorry, when Myrtle's when Riggs is running down the street, you can see that he's firing his weapon, but there's no sound effect.
Oh, okay.
If you watch it again, you'll notice it now because I've told you. He gets hit by the car, doesn't he? And he goes, "Stop, you son of a bitch!" The car stops. Yeah. Falls off.
Yeah, that's
stop, you son of a bitch, man. Get back, man. Picks up his gun and he starts running.
So I think we're back to the general now.
Yeah. Tries to escape with the hand grenades and the
Yeah.
No way you live. No way you live. No way.
Yeah.
Shoots the driver. Yeah. Shoots the driver. Boom.
Nice little bit of foreshadowing the firing range, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah. Very good. So the general lost control.
That's a good death for the general, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes villains, especially in today's films, are unsatisfying way they get villains, isn't it? But this one's so satisfying because he deserved it.
The car is out of control, gets hit by the bus. Goes over.
Yeah.
All the people in the background watching it.
Well, it is a film. I'll shoot a movie.
And he's trying to get out, and he can't move, can he?
He's trying to push the hand grenade out of the car.
It's a grenade, yeah.
Yeah, but he can't. Because it's getting close to the fire. The fire's trying to reach it. And that was that. Boom.
Nicely shot.
And if you look in the background, you can see all the rows of people watching.
Yeah, well, they would watch if something explodes like that,
Yeah,
and if
yeah.
there was a car accident
Yeah.
anyway. So it kind of
Yeah.
works within
Yeah.
the structure of what
Yep.
they're doing, I guess.
It like attracts the mob mentality. It's like, ooh, what's that going on? And people just keep piling
Bright
up,
light.
piling up. Yep.
Yeah, but if it was today, they'll all have their phones out, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Videoing it, yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Mhm.
Roger's
He's-
happy.
Starts laughing, yeah. And he goes,
And this,
"What is it?" And then they don't even pull a gun out. He's got this big machine gun running towards them.
the police
And they
officer.
even- and the police officer's like, "What?" Yeah, stupid, isn't it?
And then this way tells me he got away, and then he knows where he knows where I
Yeah,
live. He knows where I live.
Thing is, though, Mr. Joshua's really stupid, isn't he? Because he could have just got away, run away, and
Yeah, he should have
whatever
gone.
money he's got, but he decided to go back and what an
Personal.
idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he should have just gone.
he should have just gone. Yeah,
Because the film would have ended at that point.
yeah. Wouldn't have that great fight at the ending.
Yeah.
The thing is, you see Mel Gibson showing off his athleticism by running really fast down the street with a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
You know, we don't consider how like trim Danny Glover is, considering how old he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But this guy's in shape. Look at him; he's like really quite. You know, he's not got a dad bod in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
No. I think they went through 2 months training, both of them, before the film to get absolutely buff. And you notice that in the first bath scene with Murtaugh, because his fucking arms are immense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, at the age of 40, it would have been a good age to get buffed up a bit.
Can I help you? Bang bang.
Yeah.
Shoot.
God killer.
The police car rolls.
I like the message they live on a Christmas tree for him.
Yeah, and then the hydrant goes up, doesn't it?
More water for the streets.
Yeah.
Seems to be a recurring theme, doesn't it?
Well, they have a fight under the water thing, don't they?
Yeah.
So it makes it look quite cool.
Mr. Joshua is shooting the door in. Again, he should have just gone. He should have just legged it and left the country. But
they were playing Christmas Carol on TV, wasn't he? When he comes in. There you go.
What day is it? It's Christmas.
Yeah. Shoots the TV. Wasn't very nice. I mean, they watch TV. Why would you take it out on the TV set?
Yeah, mister.
Yeah.
End the parfait now. South Africa. That's the foreshadowing for the second movie.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have known at the time, would they? Or would they?
No, of course they've known because it was happening, wasn't it? That's why they got it on the fridge.
If it was made today, on the side of the fridge in the background, it'd probably say something like something to do with white guilt, wouldn't it, or reparations?
Reparations now.
Look how many magazines he's got in that gun, all taped together.
A lot of them, yeah.
At least you can't say, no way has he got that many bullets.
Yeah.
It'd say end transphobia or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Moving on. Dear he, him.
They.
Dear he, hims. No he, hims here.
All cops are bastards.
Yeah, all
Signed the white patriarchy.
The white baby.
So, could you imagine outside? He says to Murtaugh, "We should just drive the car through your window." Murtaugh agrees. Yeah, Murtaugh agrees.
Yeah.
Houses just aren't made the same over in America, are they, as to here? Like everything's brickwork here. You'd never be able to do that.
No, you wouldn't.
MC's asking Christmas movie. Die Hard, blah, blah, blah.
Die Hard and Lethal Weapon are not Christmas movies.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all a matter of opinion, MC, but like in my opinion, they were not shot with the intent of being a Christmas movie, therefore they are not. They just happen to occur during Christmas time. But that's my personal opinion.
Was Die Hard released at Christmas?
No,
No.
it's released in March.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like
I
spring
think-
or summer.
Yeah, if a film's not released at that time of year, I don't think it's a Christmas movie. I think that should be the
That's
standard.
fair.
Romeo. Okay, trivia. The final fight scene helped spawn the UFC because it was choreographed using Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, very new at the time, and Donna used the Gracies, who were a big part of the early UFCs. Wow.
But you can tell Mel Gibson didn't know anything when he was fighting here. He didn't really. I mean, it was ridiculous. The fight was ridiculous. There's no way they could fight like that. But I loved it. I really loved it. I was at the edge of my seat when I was watching this in the cinema. That's a rubber gun. You can actually tell in that shot it's rubber.
He goes,
because he tries to. You can see Mel Gibson tries to pull the what is it, the trigger back, but he tries, and then he remembers it's a rubber gun. Watch that scene again. That's definitely
Jingle
a rubber
Bell
gun.
Rock was played at the beginning of this movie. Yes.
Would you like a shot at the title?
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Here, let me take your jacket for you, son.
Yeah.
So here we go.
There's one really good kick that Mel Gibson does. He does a spinning. He does a crescent
roundhouse
kick towards his was a crescent kick towards his head.
I will say to the chat, we're coming towards the end. Lethal Weapon marks out of 10 for this film, boys and girls. So, marks out of 10 chats for Lethal Weapon. Oh, here we go. Outcast Creative, Justin from Top Gun. I'll start again. Justin from Top Gun 2. It was awesome cheese. Fucking, I can't wait for Top Gun 2. Got good reviews as well. We will be in honor of Top Gun 2 or Top Gun Maverick. It's Top Gun next week. Yes, Top Gun.
Ian, don't explode with enthusiasm, please.
No, I really hated I hated Top Gun when I saw it, and I still do hate it.
I'm not a fan.
No,
not a fan at all.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Well, it looks like it'll just be me then, folks.
Yeah.
You go and take your own breath away, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
He's Top Gun.
It was so.
If I tell you what, here we go. Look, Outcasts. If you want to come on next week, mate.
Yeah, bring him on. Get him on.
Yeah, with pleasure. So next week, homework. Top Gun, the original one.
Good luck with that. Good luck.
It's a great film.
It's not. It's absolute nonsense.
Oh, Ian.
I just thought it was rubbish, personally. As I said, I've seen it like twice. It's boring.
Well, didn't you think Blade Runner was a bit...
No, but that's different because Blade Runner, when I was a kid, I didn't appreciate what it was actually saying and what it was, I thought it was going to be Star Wars because everybody was expecting it to be Star Wars. But Top Gun wanted to be exactly what it wanted to be, and I didn't like it. So there you go. Even after all the years, I still didn't like it.
Film.
Yeah.
I preferred Iron Eagle as well, to be controversial.
Yeah, Iron Eagle was better because it was more of an adventure film rather than a... Yeah.
Time Profit, 7 out of 10. Outcasts, 8.5. We do say we don't do points, but 8.5. MC, 7. Romeo, overall, 8 out of 10. As an action, 9. Jacob, 8.5.
They actually had the same ending as the as Die Hard, didn't they? Because what's his name comes out, doesn't he, at the ending?
Comes out.
And Die Hard at the ending, the henchman comes out at the ending when they're out of the building, and Al shoots him.
Yeah.
And then this one, he tries to get up, doesn't he? And they both shoot him. It's kind of the same ending, really.
Stephen Amore, he gets 8 out of 10 because of the chemistry. Yeah.
I like MC's comment how he likes Hot Shots better than Top Gun. Definitely endorse that message.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like Top Gun.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. I didn't think it was very good. And also, they had back projection when they were in the planes, but thank God they don't have it in this one. They were actually really playing.
Yeah,
the
third
planes.
Hot Shots.
I need to go back and watch Hot Shots.
Pretty funny, dude.
Lots of headbutts in this.
Yeah, you can't be a good headbutt.
I copied those headbutts in Bad Day.
Oh, right.
The fight at the ending. I don't know if you saw Bad Day, but yeah.
Yes. So he's attacking him with a steel post or something, and then Murto throws him a nightstick over.
Yeah. That was a good punch. That one there from Mel. No, back off! Australian accent comes out again. Back off.
I think the sleeper hold's coming up now, isn't it?
He tries it, but Joshua gets on top of him, doesn't he? Starts smacking his head.
Time Prophet, actually a headbutt hurts you just as much as them.
God, yeah.
I've never headbutted anybody.
Yeah, it sucks. Don't do it.
Not that I would want to, but...
I did headbutt someone by accident. It did hurt.
How do you do it by accident?
I used to teach, and I was taught martial arts, and I was sparring, and this guy fell over, and as I got up, I hit him. As I got up, my head came up and hit him in the face. So I accidentally headbutted him.
You guys accidentally bumping heads. I don't really feel like that's a headbutt.
Well, it felt like
together.
All right. Well, it hurt. Because I can just imagine a real one. If you did a real one, it's going to hurt.
Yeah,
and it did hurt.
It hurts.
Yeah. But then you aim for their nose, don't you? When you intentionally hit someone, you aim for their nose.
Yeah,
it's dangerous, really dangerous, because you can collapse the nasal cavity and the bone can go into the brain.
Which is what happened in the last Boy Scout.
That's the point of the headbutt.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yes, Last Boy Scout punched his nose straight through, didn't he?
Yeah, that's another good film.
Yeah.
So we're getting towards the end of the fight, and I think he's done.
Break his fucking neck. Yeah, sorry. You lose, he says to him. Again, trying to disguise his Australian accent.
Yeah, it's pretty funny how often you can kind of catch it, you know?
Yeah.
And then crushes in between his thighs.
Let's see. I broke my nose on someone's head in a mosh pit.
I got your partner, he says to him. Actually accepted him as his partner towards the end.
And then slow motion rain.
They shoot him.
Sounded like Charge of the Light Brigade music as well.
But when he falls, I don't know if you guys notice, he takes the policeman with him because he's handcuffed to the policeman as well.
Yeah.
Quite fun.
Great shot.
Yeah. Bang, bang.
Double shot.
Yeah, real blanks. Real blanks.
I love the way it lingers on that shot after they kill him as well.
Now we are getting towards the end of the film. So
it's like the end of a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. I love this because it's sunny and you can see a rainbow, and also it's raining as well. It's quite
Plus,
cool.
you've got a magnificent Eric Clapton theme over it.
Doesn't look well, does he? With all those cuts and bruises.
I love you, Victoria Lynn.
She died in 1984. Bloody hell.
Right, okay, we are approaching the end now. So, a sentence or a paragraph of each of you. We'll do it in screen order. Swappers.
Oh, blimey! Just a really enjoyable film, isn't it? It's I was quite young when I saw it. It was one of the first 18 rated movies I ever watched. and one of the best cop movies I ever watched. At that age, I was kind of like really taken with action cop movies at the time, and just started off my love for all that kind of thing, really. And obviously, a film like, oh God, what was it? Hot Fuzz wouldn't exist without this movie either. Yeah, so I'd give it an 8, maybe a 9 out of 10. I mean, I love the other two as well.
8 or 9? What do you think?
I loved all three, but I'd give it an 8 or 9.
Yeah, I think this is I think it's a solid 8.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Z?
An absolute 8 from me, and I would thoroughly recommend anybody in the chat or watching this on a rerun, if you haven't watched this film in a while, get it. Watch it again. It's well worth it.
Ian?
8, definitely. It's a really good movie. It's a lot of action and a great chemistry between Gibson and it's really good. An 8.
Rennie's gone critical mass, so hopefully she'll come back. Okay, so we're getting the last few scenes. He's bringing the bullet, isn't he?
Look at her little face.
Yeah. And she goes, "What's this? It's a bullet. Tell your father I won't be needing it anymore." And then he walks off. Oh, Rennie's here.
Sorry,
Hello,
got
Rennie.
kicked. Yeah.
Secret
sorry.
of comedy.
Timing.
So, Rennie, your thoughts and mark out of 10 for the film.
So for me, yeah, definitely a solid 8 out of 10. And like I said, I actually paid attention and watched the whole thing today, and I just had forgotten how good it was, how attention grabbing it really is when I actually paid attention. Lots of good action, great acting, good chemistry, and lots of really good funny moments. You just can't get away with what they did back then nowadays. So it's nice that we still kind of have this stuff to entertain us. So I really enjoyed it.
Marks out of 10. Did you give us a mark?
I gave you an 8.
8. Okay.
Can I just say, in this shot here, Mr. Brown?
Yes.
I can just imagine him. I can just imagine him walking away from the house, in sort of a slightly slower speed than normal camera speed, with Staying Alive playing in the background for some reason.
Moving on.
It's just his hair, Bee Gees type hair, and the suit, 70s suit, I think.
The Bee Gees look. Yes, I will say, obviously problematic language, which by physical media, folks.
Physical media.
Because if you watch this probably on streaming, it'll be all the stuff edited out.
Certainly will be.
I don't know. I watched it on HBO Max and nothing was edited. Now, that doesn't mean it won't be in the near future.
Yeah. So Riggs is walking away. And Roger comes out. Riggs. What's he say? You're not going to leave me alone to eat the world's worst Christmas dinner, is it?
Turkey. The world's worst Christmas turkey.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Let me tell you something, I'm not crazy." And then he goes, "Good." And he goes, "Well, let's eat." Let's eat.
Yeah.
He's like, "Can I bring a friend?"
Yeah. Sam.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I think we're definitely approaching the end now. So
you know what's weird? When he called the dog out and he comes from the truck or whatever, the door stays like slightly ajar. Like nobody thought to go and close the door.
Well, it's a safe neighborhood.
Okay.
Because he hasn't even got any glass in his front room. So
I mean, fair enough.
Jacob Riggs, if you think I'm going to eat the world's lousy Christmas by myself, you're crazy.
And then he's like, "I'm not crazy."
I'll let you into a little secret. I'm not crazy. I know. And he goes, "Good. Well, let's eat." Sam gets killed in the second one.
Oh, don't spoil it.
Look, if you haven't seen the second one by now, and it's like how many years later, then I don't feel sorry for you. That's crazy.
Man, he really did look like he'd walked off the set of Saturday Night Fever, though. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Smallest font time. That's it. I think we're done. So I will say, chat, you are wonderful as per usual. We're going to be back tomorrow doing the news shit for a bit.
News shit.
As you do.
Are you taking a shit while reading the
Oh, I
news,
think
or what
Matthew was doing
exactly?
that, but,
No.
Just call
Yeah,
it.
Matt already did that.
Yeah.
No, I was in the kitchen, actually. I have you know.
Did it in the kitchen?
So you say, Matt.
I know what a kitchen is. Thank you very much.
It's not one of those German kitchens. They're into stuff dirty like that, aren't they?
You should just call the Sunday night stream News Wipe, Brown.
It'd be amazing if we got 10 million viewers.
Unfortunately, I think we've only had 5.
Pay Mr. Brown money for the bigger font. Yeah, we're working on it, mate. We're working on it. So, yeah, as I said, tomorrow we're back with the weekly news stuff. We did all the Star Wars stuff yesterday, so it'll be a shorter show. Chat, you're wonderful. We'll see you next time. I'll thank the guests. Rennie, thank you.
Thank you for having me on as always, and it was great to chat with you guys. Ian, always a pleasure. Z, always a pleasure. Matt, it's been a while, so glad you're back, and I'm sorry I kept inadvertently interrupting you. It wasn't intentional. Well, I think sometimes we have lag on here, and so like I think we'll start talking kind of similarly at the same time, and I won't hear you until after I've started talking. I'm like, oh crap. So I feel really bad about that. So I'm sorry. And Brown, thanks as always for having me on. It's good chatting with you as well.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. Z, thank you.
Always a pleasure, Mr. Brown, and you guys. I love you guys.
Hey.
The next one.
Are you going to shut down for the evening now?
I am, yeah.
Shut
Big
it
week.
down.
Big week for you this week, isn't it?
Why?
That's it.
Well,
It's next week.
Oh, is it next week?
What's happening next week?
When's it out? Uncle Owen.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, I can't
So it's
watch
not
that.
this week then.
I'm not watching that crap.
Can't watch it.
I'm going to watch it because I hate myself.
You're a masochist, you.
I know.
Somebody's got to.
Can't be watching that.
Thank you, Z. Thank you.
Thank you.
Swappers, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to the guests. Thanks for making it such an enjoyable 2 hours, 42 minutes. Wow. Yeah, that flashed by, didn't it?
I wonder if we could pad it out to 2:45 for my OCD. But cheers, Matthew. Are you going to be around tomorrow? Are you earning money?
No, I think I'll be around.
Lovely, lovely. And last but by no means least, it's the Mega Geek, Ian David Diaz.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello.
No worries. No worries at all.
Cheers, Ian. Thank you very much. We could try and bat it out to 2:45, but I think we will take our leave. So I think that is it. We will see you tomorrow. Chat, you're wonderful. Take care. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bollocks.